We're underway. Motorsport Republica podcast.
Sweating, look at him.
It is hot in Benzina. But welcome to another episode, Motorsport Republica, episode 91 tonight,
91.
boys.
Into the nervous 90s
I know,
as we
it's
go.
Amazing. Amazing. What have you boys been up to? Anything exciting?
Mate, we've been trying to tee up a ride, Curdy, Daniel and I, and it keeps pissing down rain.
Melbourne.
So I want to go to Hillsville.
Tick the legs over, Bart.
Tick the leg. Yeah, Daniel and I ticked the legs over, went for a run in the rain. Daniel got the kid out, fucking took the shirt off, running around shirtless. All the biddies are looking at him. Ridiculous. Put me to shame.
Yeah, they ran away
That
very quickly.
That caramel colour always
You should have
gets them.
seen the fat gold chain just
Oh,
bouncing in the winds.
Too much drag.
Too much drag.
It fucked me. Should have taken it off.
but
keen
crazy.
to go for a ride, man. Fuck.
Yeah, I know, man. Even to get out of Moto Tuesdays.
Yeah.
I think
This is
next
terrible.
week looks alright. Some rain tomorrow, then it's going to be some nice weather. So,
Fingers
No,
crossed.
the weekend's
No,
still
it's just going to go
shit.
shit again.
Yeah.
God.
Because we've been trying to, and then like Sunday morning was alright, but the hills would have just been cooked from
That would've
the
been
3
sucked.
days of rain
Yeah,
before. It's just
100%.
not worth it.
Long summer ahead.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah,
it. I'm
Hopefully
keen.
it
I want to
doesn't
get a
get too
track bike.
Oh, engine's finally back together.
Oh, yeah, you're saying that.
Yeah, so just got to bolt it back in and hope it starts.
Fuck.
You'll be right,
If
man.
anyone's selling a track bike, hit up Republica because I'm looking for one.
Budget?
I'll swap you my RM for it.
Oh, hang on.
I know, I don't want to, but
No.
I'll
come
swap
on.
ya. If you want to swap, I'll give you, if my CBR runs, I'll swap ya.
I want to.
Daniel's eyes lit up then.
I want an 04 onwards CBR 600 RR.
Yep.
I
Nice.
was on an F4i, 02, same.
Nah, I need the Valentino Rossi edition, bruh. Undertale exhaust, you know.
That does go hard.
I don't know if I can get id of the RM2 if you're just talking about this today. And
Nah,
I don't think I
You
could.
can't.
Nah, it's
No way.
forever, bro. It's going to be in the stocks forever. So
And Dave Superbuck Shaw said he's going to restore it for me. So.
he did live on the pod.
Great episode, that.
Yeah, it was
Awesome
good.
Yeah,
episode.
got a lot of feedback on that actually. Just cool. He's coming back down again for your 30th.
He is. Yes.
Jan, so we'll get him back
Yes.
on.
30-30.
30. Yeah, we can add that to the list for January's podcast, boys.
Yeah.
Super excited. Jimmy, talk to us about MotoHeaven. some
MotoHeaven
specials.
Thank You Day this Saturday, 7th of December, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Get down to Moorabbin, say good day. Santa's there. There's heaps of free stuff like showy hats and jackets and bloody layout stuff and Motul stuff. And come down, say good day. There's going to be free coffee down there, some music. 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. down in Moorabbin. And then for all your Christmas stuff as well, head to motoheaven.com.au. Get in early because postage will kill you. It happens every year.
How early they got to get in for the orders?
I don't know.
A couple of weeks?
You got to be a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
You got to
right.
start now because
Surely.
everything's slowing up as it is.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to buy stuff and it's slowing up. So.
You'll only get
sure.
in before the 15th, I reckon.
Yeah, that's a cut-off
That's
normally.
a good.
Yeah.
That's a good date. So head to motoheaven.com.au. Everything is discounted.
Nice.
Never pay full price.
No, you don't. Don't be a chooch, as Daniel says.
Exactly right. Don't be a
Don't be a
church.
judge.
Go support MotoHeaven.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a big Saturday. Benzina are having their second birthday as well, so get down to that. I think that starts at 5 p.m., 4 p.m.
So you can go to both.
Go to both,
Yep.
I know. Jimmy will be there. Daniel and I will be here, so
Yep.
very excited. And guys, Patreon.
$5 a signature.
Thank you for the patience, our Patreon listeners. We have one coming next week, so very
We
excited.
might have a big week of podcasts next week
Yeah,
if
it's gonna be
everything
huge.
lines up.
It's sizzling, isn't it?
Oh,
Sizzling.
well, you're already sweating thinking
Fucking-
about it.
I know, I am. I'm hot. I'm fucking running hot. Daniel, talk about.
Lucky you don't have a white t-shirt on. You'd be fucking cooked.
Yeah, I'm so self-conscious about that today. It's not funny.
That's funny.
Might have to get the kid out again.
Yeah, it's buddy Big Vincenz running next to me.
I'm gonna fucking take my pants off in a minute. Talk to us about YouTube as well, Daniel.
Yeah, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram. Like, comment, subscribe, rate us. Any little bit helps. It's amazing. Get around all of our content. And we do have some really cool stuff coming up through this off-season as well, away from our podcast. So definitely keep an eye on the space and show some love around there. Just allows us to do it more and more frequently.
Nice.
Yeah, that's right. 100%.
Boys, Qatar F1. What a race. I really enjoyed that one. And it had a bit of everything.
I thought both races were pretty good, actually.
Yeah, really interesting tight battle. Again, just these 3-4 top teams now are just fighting for wins every single race. So it's super exciting to see. And also, we're in good stead for next year. I mean, who's favourite? Who goes in favourite?
It just depends on the track, doesn't it? It really does.
Yeah, it does. It's crazy. And like I had people ask me today, what's their tip for Abu Dhabi? And who knows? You know, you could have them, you have the Mercedes come out and have a fly like they did in Vegas. They usually like the colder weather, so possibly not. Then you've got, you know, Ferrari can bring it out of the bag. I think
They're yo-yo. They're so up and down.
Standard. And then you got the 20 points behind the constructors. I mean, that can change so quickly. And then McLaren can have a really good weekend. Then Max wins, wins last night. So kudos to Max. He could have really just, you know, had made it steady. He's won the championship, and he gets relegated controversially to second place. And then calm as a bitch, as he said to Russell, and won the race. So give us some results there, Brishkull.
Yeah, sweet, man. Sprint race results. Oscar Piastri, Lando Norris, George Russell, top 3. Carlos Sainz, Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton, Nico Hülkenberg, Max Verstappen, Pierre Gasly, and Kevin Magnussen. We top 10.
Okay, Mag.
And then race results. Max Verstappen, Charles Leclerc, Oscar Piastri, George Russell, Pierre Gasly, Carlos Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Zhou Guanyu, Kevin Magnussen, and Lando Norris. We top 10.
It was so weird watching the F1 at Qatar. I'm so used to watching the bikes go around there, and it's all different camera angles.
How fast are those
I
cars?
know.
That last sector is insane. Like,
they would hardly lift, wouldn't
It's a great track for F1. It really is.
It's a great track in general,
Yeah.
I reckon. I think it's actually underrated.
I just don't know where they are on the track when the camera is on.
It all looks the same.
That's the only problem.
That is. It's just got. It doesn't have
one viewing point, and that's
Yeah.
it.
But it's only one real passing opportunity, isn't it? It's just a main straight.
Turn one.
Yeah.
I don't think we saw any passes in any other corners unless there was a massive tyre difference. So,
Well, 1 and 2, there was a couple little...
yeah.
But other than that, nothing much.
But yeah, Verstappen puts it on pole. It just shows how fucking good he is. I mean,
He's an
Compared to
animal.
Perez.
I mean, you got Perez down. Can't even get. He didn't even get into SQ the sprint qualifying session. He was out in Q1 again. Made it into the Q3 for the main quali session. But yeah, just super disappointing all around. I mean, did you see how he started from pit lane?
Bro,
Oh,
what was
yeah,
he
that's
doing?
right.
It was like he was fucking waiting for his phone to go off.
When
or
you're
something.
that-
He was just chilling.
When you're that out of form, you have to then just take every possible opportunity.
Yeah.
And that was just the biggest, dumbest move that was up near Stroll level, Brazil
mate.
gravel trap.
Absolutely.
What do you reckon?
But what's the go? Was it during the main race, the safety car, he just span out? Did he get hit up the arse, or did he just spin
No,
No,
out?
I think he just spun.
Yeah.
Soundbite that. Soundbite that. Look at Kenny.
There was a couple of incidents like that. I mean, Hülkenberg span out without... I mean,
true.
it just shows how close they are to the edge. But in the guitar.
Kenny, come on.
Yeah,
you
go.
dying.
I've got a meme in mind. I'm going to cut that into the fucking podcast.
Good man.
But yeah, back to Perez. He just simply does not have the pace. And I had this conversation today with some boys from work that it's a youth game now, isn't it? I mean, you've got the old boys, Hamilton. Alonso did have a good race, but he struggled all year. And then the Perez, I think they're the 3 oldest drivers in the grid. Maybe Hülkenberg's
I
up
was
there.
going to say Hulk would back. And K-Mag as well.
Yeah, they're up there. But you look at these young kids coming through. It's just a young man's sport now where I think of the last probably 10 to 15 years, it has been a more experienced drivers have been winning, apart from obviously the Max is the outlier in that one.
But I think, I don't know about that, because if you look back at all the world champions, they've all been young. It's just they've just aged through the sport.
Ladies and gentlemen, just a quick reminder, we are proudly supported by the great team down at MotoHeaven. They are absolutely unbelievable to deal with. And if I were you guys, I'd definitely head over to their website.
Yes, you never pay full recommended retail price at MotoHeaven and free delivery for any order over $100.
100%. And they've got the best, most usable website in the whole motorcycle industry. Dare I say the world. They got parts finders. You can chuck in any bike you want. If it's a old KX250 or an R1, you can find anything you want. Helmets, they got everything. Head to motoheaven.com.au where you will get everything that you need. That's a guarantee.
Do it.
Vettel was real young when he won.
Yeah. It's just
It's just time will always catch up on you.
yeah, it does. And I think Hamilton, as we spoke about last week on the pod, you're missing that 1 or 2 tenths in qualifying. It's
Yeah,
really
that's right.
showing he's going from second on the grid to 6th on the grid, and your race is over because it's so competitive now. And he's so negative. He's just so... I've never seen a champion like this. Like, he
He wanted to retire.
He wanted to retire the car. He does not want to go to Abu Dhabi to finish. This team, Mercedes, has given him the most amazing car to win his 6 world titles in, and he just can't finish with any grace or any.
That's disrespectful.
Any
Yeah,
appreciation.
100%.
And I don't get it. And I think he's going to start in the back foot with Ferrari. I've gone on record to say it'll implode in that team. We all know that the Ferrari team as a whole is not going to accept those whinging, whining comments, pride flags on the car. I mean, it's just going to be an explosion of personalities.
Well, I don't know about the pride flags. F1's fucking ticked off on that thing.
True,
It's a whole different kettle of fish.
I don't know about that.
It's funny though, like you say that. I've been getting Hamilton edits on TikTok from when he was younger and the shit that he used to say.
Yeah.
Like, total 180.
You can't be in the dress. You got to be a man and all this stuff. Remember saying that?
Nephew and that.
He got
why did they penalise me? I don't know, because I'm black.
Yeah.
That was a classic call. That was at Monaco, and it's haunted him his whole career, that comment, because it was one of those just stupid. He was so arrogant when he started, and I think that's where I'm going to be honest, my distaste for him started, where it was just that young arrogance that again knocking off the likes of Alonso, the more experienced team. So
there's nothing wrong with a bit of arrogance, though. It's just the way you go about it.
About it, yeah. But yeah, surely he just needs to retire and move on. If he doesn't want to be there, I don't think Ferrari going into next year is going to be any better than what the current Mercedes is. So he's getting outclassed by Russell every weekend now, out qualified 18 to 5.
Yeah, that's crazy.
When he was he's a qualifying king, most poles in history, most race wins in history. So yeah, it's time will tell, but it doesn't look good.
But there's got to be something more there, surely.
Yeah, I don't know. Mentally, it's just like he's got the Mir effect, I think. But
they did a helmet swap, bad juju.
I think Mir doesn't complain as much in the media as. But going into the pen where they do their, he's talking on the microphone to the journalist and saying, I'm not fast enough. I've lost my mojo. I don't want to be here. To say that publicly is huge, but
imagine if you're Colapinto saying that, you'd be destroyed.
Yeah,
100%.
Front page news, get out of here, it's just an unfortunate end to his career his Mercedes career when the car doesn't look too bad. It
looks really good.
It's not mid-level car. It's not at the back of the grid. I mean, if you give him the benefit of the doubt if the car was finishing last or else, but he's got a chance and he just doesn't have the pace. So time will tell. Let's see.
As you said, Daniel, there has to be more to it.
Yeah,
surely, you can't
man.
just flick a switch like that and then just want to retire the car because, as I said, it's disrespectful to the team and the fans that wake up early to watch it or go to the track or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's strange.
Weird mentality, and it's a weird mentality from him.
Yeah,
especially he's not really like that.
There's a lot of
true.
There's a lot of Mercedes and McLaren fans out there, and would have been a really hard race to watch for them because Russell got outclassed at the start. Yeah. Norris got the penalty, went to the back, and then Max wins. That's just,
they can't win at all.
They can't win. He wins the championship, and then he comes out and wins. I mean, you looked at Hamilton's years when he won the championships from Mercedes. He won probably 3 of them with 2 races remaining. Did not win a race after he won the world championship for Mercedes. There's a statement for
you. There you go.
That's a cool fact.
Yeah.
There's a statement for it. So they do normally relax after same with Vettel. Vettel relaxed after he won the championship and didn't take the dominant wins that he did all year. So
and he had to fight for it, Max. It wasn't easy.
Yeah, it wasn't easy at all.
He was nipping at his heels the whole race until obviously
that qualifying load, just incredible to put on pole. He did not the car was 6th in sprint qualifying.
Yeah.
And they've turned it around to put on pole overnight. I mean, that's unbelievable.
So I talked to you during the week and I said, Tom, I want to know what's happened with Red Bull. Obviously he won, but it just seems like the gap's closed up so much. You've got Perez literally just licking his own elbow.
Adrian Newey had to be a big factor. Massive factor. And I think they've just gone the wrong way with development. And they've come out publicly and said that they took a wrong path earlier in the year and then they just haven't been able to get it back. With the other 3 teams have gone the right path. And they've gone... the McLaren has been fast all year. The Mercedes was dog shit at the start of the year, but have come good.
Yeah.
And the Ferrari, as you said, yo-yo throughout the year. It depends on track conditions and stuff if they're going well. But... I think Adrian Newey's a factor, wrong development, obviously, and then the other teams just putting all right. We're at that level now with these rules where they've got to a peak performance. So they've had the same rules for the last few years. Again, the same rules next year. But when it gets to this, 4th, 5th, 6th year in these rule changes, they've peaked. They can't go any faster with the current rule regulation. So that's why the gap for all the teams has got closer, because everyone's developed the car to a maximum point.
I guess that makes sense in motorsport, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. But anyway, next year it'd still be exciting. And then,
this year we thought it was going to be a snooze fest.
Did.
That's right.
We all said Max could win every single race. Yeah. That would be it. Yeah. And then, it looked like that for the first 10 races or so, and then it just flipped on its head. I guess you're right, since maybe Adrian Newey just called it quits, and they just went the wrong way.
I'm super excited for our review show to look at what we thought the results were going to be to how they actually turned out. I think we'll be very surprised. So, a couple of other talking points. Dick of the week.
Our sexyheaven.com.au Dick of the week. You can buy if you are looking, you can get a fake for all the fellas out there. You can get I think it's called a
fleshlight.
No, it's yes, but it's disguised as a shampoo bottle for your
no way
for your in the shower, and there's a flask as well. So if any of those fellas are getting a little frisky in the shower or want to go camping, just take your flask and
there you go. Wow,
check it out.
Quality product. So I've been told.
Yeah.
FIA stewards wrecking the race once again.
Bro,
that was strange, wasn't it?
Strange, super strange. And look, I mean, it was 6 or 7 events happened because of this issue. So the wing mirror came off. I think it was it one of the? I think it was Huss cars. I think it might have been K-Mag.
Did it just come off? Just randomly come off?
Yeah, it just randomly came off. Just came loose, and then boom, there's a loose part on the track on the racing line. Throw out the VRC. VSC.
But why? Why didn't they do that? It's just the most logical
decision
ever.
I don't know. And then poor Bottas pulled over. He was getting lapped to let them through. Bang, hit the mirror. Sprayed all the...
He didn't get a puncture from that, though, did he?
Didn't.
Which is surprising.
Probably would have got floor damage, I would assume. Sprayed all the carbon fibre. Sainz, Hamilton, puncture. Finally, they're putting out the VRC. I mean, that's...
Were you kind of like, yes, when Hamilton got a puncture?
No, because, you don't kick a man while he's down.
but...
and then he speeds in the pit like it's another 5
he's like, take that.
That probably would have added a few words after
that.
You
got the fleshlight out after that.
Get the shampoo bottle out. But just ridiculous from the stewards. Just standing around doing nothing.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it was just really interesting. They've had a lot of issues with FIA the last month. They've swapped their head steward. So this was a big test for him. His last name is Marquez. Take that as you would,
What's
James.
His first name?
Julio. Is that racist? But that was his first big test, and he failed miserably. So.
But I don't think you even have to be that experienced to make that decision.
Nah, not at all.
I know.
You can make a casual racing fan. You can figure that one out.
Big thing, that mirror could have caused serious damage all round. When it came off the car, it actually flew over the top of another car.
Imagine if it hit someone in the head.
You don't know. Well, the halo would have helped, but who knows? It could have just missed it, hit there. Massa.
And they're going at 360 k's an hour.
It was the end of the straight. It was the fastest point of the track. So could have been a big incident. We thankfully didn't see that. But then just it could have been massive. It could have a car could have rode that. It could have anything could have happened. So, Dick of the week. Seriously, Dick of the week. So.
It robbed us of a good finish, though.
It did. Lando getting the 10-second penalty because they had the yellow. But that's the other thing. The yellow flags were put out, and then the DRS was shut off. I mean, just VRC. Everyone keeps the distance. Get the little bloody Qatarian out there to pick it up. Come back. Start the race again. I mean, it's not hard.
Why is he little? Why is he little?
It was statistics.
World medians.
But Lando, looking at the footage, he's dumb. You lift when you see the yellow flag, 100%. But looking at the footage, it's tough because the yellow just off the corner of his eye. He said he didn't see it. He let the team down, and
would the
may
team
cost McLaren a constructors championship.
Good.
Poor, imagine it does.
Man, you were saying, sorry?
Wouldn't the team be make sure to lift?
I think as a driver of that experience, you should know. You always every other driver, the other 19 drivers, or probably 15 because there's 5 of them out, lifted. So, and you know, the pot calling the kettle black, as Daniel said at the start. Got to be really careful saying that one. Obviously, Russell had his issues. Russell was complaining about Verstappen the whole way and got Verstappen the penalty, and then Verstappen was straight on the radio and said, look, he didn't look like he lifted, which, I mean, it's pretty crazy when you're driving that speed, you can notice someone not lifting, but... He
was very sharp onto that.
Very sharp onto that. So
He did not let that rest at all.
Yeah.
Straight on it.
But yeah, it sucks for Lando, but, and then, I don't know what the gift was in the sprint race. I don't think didn't need it to happen.
It was pretty risky.
I mean, who cares about a sprint
win? It almost
win?
cost him a second.
Yeah.
But who cares about a sprint win anyway? Like, realistically, it doesn't count as a race win. It doesn't count as anything.
The whole thing's stupid.
Yeah, it's just dumb.
Oscar should have just won the Brazil one, and then he should have just won that one.
Yeah.
Leave it at that.
And we're talking 2 points. 2-point difference. I mean,
It was just a risky maneuver. I'm surprised he did it. Because, who was it? Russell was right up his ass for the whole race,
the whole race.
really.
That wasn't a battle. And they had a couple good little battles
Yeah,
through
they
that
did.
sprint as well.
but yeah, unfortunate. I mean, McLaren as a whole this year, I would say the design team at the factory has done an amazing job, but the race team
A+.
have failed them miserably.
F.
Their race strategy through the whole year has they still might limp over the line and win the constructors, so I might buy my words at the our final pod next week for F1. But they might have cost them a drivers' championship this year. They had the car for it. They had the car. They had the most consistent car through the whole year, and the strategy that Will Joseph, Norris's. Oh God, he's just on the phone, on the radio. Oh, you might crack at me for this, but can you lift the pace? Just tell him to lift the pace.
I know, just fucking grow some balls.
I know, grow some balls. Just tell him, mate, lift the pace. We need another 3 tenths out of you. I can't do that. All right, we'll try a tenth. Like a normal conversation
exactly
between
right.
two
Yeah,
blokes.
what is this?
Oh, it's just, mate.
It's like asking for consent or something. I'm telling you, it's always woke fucking F1 stuff.
1,000,000%.
Yeah, you're probably right. It's
We're actually onto something there. I bet you it is.
You need a tough figure in there. You
need to have some CUNT.
You look at Verstappen's. I'm going to butcher his name, but
John Piero.
John Piero Macedoni.
From Macedonia. Coincidence?
He's firm with Max, and Max probably gives it a crack at him. But after the race, he's like, "Man,
But it's
respect.
But it's sport.
That's right.
It's like if you give someone cops a spray in football, it's not like you're gonna fucking go home and then freak out about it. It just stays on the field. Or it stays on the track.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
Because it's
especially when it's your role.
Yeah.
Different. If someone's a fucking dumbass.
No, you can say
and they're
that.
like, do this. It's like, well, you can't do that. Shut your mouth.
Yeah.
But it's his role.
It's his
job,
role.
You know.
And I'm sure he would respect that anyway.
You're
not gonna respect that. Like, oh, if you can just lift a little bit, please, and then it just doesn't work.
Yeah, that's right.
Especially it's such high caliber sport, whatever it is.
Firm direction, and then I mean it's just
Fucking pussies,
back to
man.
Lando though. He's done his job in qualifying, but I think that was the first time he gained a position all year on the first lap.
Oh, no way.
So that's a big thing. I mean, you always see a Max bang.
Yeah.
Always puts
We're
it up.
ruthless.
And you saw him run Norris wide. He goes, "You're not passing me, bro."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. And it was fair. Commentator said it was fair.
100% it was fair. I mean, there's been some times where it's been on the edge all year, especially in Austria when they came together. But rubbing is racing, as they say.
See it. Exactly right.
Back to Mr. Hulkenberg. 7-11 place finishes for the Hulk.
He's doing awesome.
Most in history in a single season. So he's been out of the points 7 times. What could have been for him? He you turn a couple of those into a 7th or 8th, and he would have had a much better year.
Yeah.
But he's still got a lot of skill, and he's going to be awesome for Audi coming forward. There are rumours that Audi are looking to sell their stake already in that team. So
That's an interesting one.
well, that's the thing. What happened is during COVID, all these luxury brands were making all this money, and now they're going KTM as an example, but there's a lot of these big businesses looking at their profits now, going, "Fuck, that was what we were making 3 years ago."
Yeah,
So,
but that shouldn't. Anyway, we'll talk about that with KTM, but
yeah, exactly. I mean, business, isn't it? Like,
yeah, they always want more.
they always want more. Like, oh my god, I got all this money. Oh, we'll reserve 16 trillion for this, whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's just an interesting time in the world, I suppose.
What about Cadillac coming in?
Cadillac coming in.
Yeah, we
11th
haven't talked
team.
about that.
Yeah, that's going to be
America.
exciting.
That was on the cusp for a year ago, wasn't
No,
it?
what it was going to be was Andretti was
Andretti
coming.
wanted to come in.
Oh, that's what it was.
So Andretti has their bid got cancelled, but they've chosen Cadillac, and Andretti's going to be on the board of directors of Cadillac.
There you go.
Big business.
That's
coming through.
exciting.
So they're going to run Ferrari engines for the first couple of years, and then they'll develop their own drivetrain. I think 2028.
That's very cool.
So 2026.
Good for the sport.
Great
Yeah.
for the sport, and they've already developed a car. They've already designed a car.
Yeah.
Put it through homologation.
Yeah.
So very exciting. And boys, fresh off the press, heard it here first. Jack Doohan will be in that car next week.
Yeah, I did
yeah.
hear that.
So Ocon,
I did hear that.
Ocon,
Giving him the flick.
Ocon have given him the flick. What I read today was he wanted to test for the Haas in the post-season test.
Okay.
So to test for the Haas, he needed to step out of the car for this weekend. Just rumours at this stage for that point, but that's exciting for Jack Doohan because his ride next year was looking a bit iffy. But Colapinto,
He hasn't had a good couple of rounds.
no,
has
he hasn't. But that's what happens, James, when you hit the wall. When he hit the wall in Brazil, the walls start getting closer and closer and closer. He hit the wall again in Las Vegas, and now he's tentative. And that happens. I mean, you have these young kids come through.
course.
Yeah.
They have their first big off, and they go, "Whoa, this is Formula One. This is serious now. This hurts, you know." And that's what's happened for him.
Did he get taken out on the weekend? Was it him that got taken out?
Yeah, first
with
lap.
that.
He,
By who was that? That was
Albon.
Hulkenberg locked his
lost
wheel and then went into Ocon.
Yeah.
Then Ocon went into Colapinto.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
unfortunate series of events there. But in saying that, same thing with Liam Lawson. Underperformed this week. Underperformed last week. Really struggled in the rain in Brazil. So didn't really show much in the race in Vegas from memory. I think he those RBs, they went on the soft tyres and with 10 laps to go did fuck all. Nothing.
They did nothing.
Norris came through the pack after having his 10-second stop and go and passed them. So don't know what happened there. Maybe they cooked the tyres too quick. Don't know why Sonoda's carrying on like he's a superstar. He finished second last. So that's fraudwatch.com.au.
He is fraud.
/Motorsport Republica. But yeah.
But he still gets the defense part. He still
Hey?
gets defended for Fraud Watch.
I
Sonoda.
know. He's like the same category as Mav. It's
Yeah, but at least Mav has won a race.
yeah, true. I mean, mate,
Did Sonoda win any championships in the lower classes?
I don't think so. He was fighting for the championship with Mazepin in F2.
But he lost that.
I don't know who won that year, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good trivia question for that one.
Yeah, he's more fraudy than Fraud Vinales.
Fuck, that's a big call.
That's a big call, but it's true.
That's a huge call. no one's more fraudy than Mav. Mav's the fucking king.
Mav's the king. But, yeah.
Andrew just walks in right now. What'd you say?
Hey, come out, have a chat to us, man. But I really enjoyed the whole weekend, and I think sprint race for me, it's good that it's not every weekend because it just doesn't have the same substance.
Correct.
As the race. What I found a really interesting rule over the weekend, and I'm not sure, I didn't know this, but they have no refueling in sprint qualifying. So they start with pretty much a full tank. So what happens is the times just get quicker and quicker and quicker and quicker through the Q1, Q2, and Q3. So there's no refueling, which I thought was really cool. I didn't actually realize they did that, and it makes perfect sense because they want to just keep running.
Yeah, just keep going.
Because otherwise, if they just keep refueling, they'd just do the last. They'd only go out for like one lap.
Yeah.
So it keeps them just going out in the track and just doing
That's
lap
smart.
after lap. So I thought that was a really, really smart rule. And the Leclerc pass in the sprint around the outside was creme de la creme.
How good was it?
Creme de la creme. I haven't seen a pass like that for a long time. So
That was good racing.
kudos to Charles Leclerc.
Yes.
Charles Leclerc. But that's all for me, boys, for F1. I mean, next week.
Yeah, what are we thinking for the last rounds?
Abu Dhabi, I throw a blanket over them, seriously. All 8 of them, or 7 of them, I'm not going to include Perez. Actually, 6 of them, not include Perez or Hamilton in that because they've both
given up.
Both cooked it. So, but yeah, interesting to see Jack Doohan in the car. Interesting to see. It's always a great event, Abu Dhabi. I mean, it's with under the lights and
Fireworks at
the end, and it's a harsh time, 12 a.m. race. But
Is it?
yeah, it's always a hard time. I remember staying up 2021, seeing Verstappen winning the championship.
bro.
Fuck, it was like 2
Crying?
a.m. Oh, fuck, nearly. I was driving home, tooting my horn.
That's all right, you were too. Fist
bad.
pumping,
Fucking best day ever, seriously.
giving it to all the Mercedes fans.
Oh, yeah, it was just 6 years of horror, that was. It's like being in prison for 6 years. You know what's fucked though, James and Daniel? You know what's fucked? I enjoyed it more back then watching it.
I know, you're fucked. You love the pain.
I went through 4 years of Vettel winning and then 6 years of Hamilton winning, and I was like, this is the best. I love it. I just wanted to watch to see them fail, and now I've got all my boys fucking winning. It sucks.
And he hated Marquez winning as soon as he's shit.
Yeah, I love him.
Love him.
Love him, Market. Yeah, well, he's talented, bro. He's talented.
You're fucked.
Yeah, it's funny.
You love the pain, don't you?
Oh, I don't know. It's something. It's just I love.
It's in the eyes, bro.
Essendon Football Club. That's the
Yeah.
example. Like, never seen them win anything. I remember the grand final when I was 5 years old. I don't remember the grand final. I remember them winning a final in 2004, the last final win. I mean, that's just crazy.
That's fucked. Over 20 years ago.
You're gonna have to keep waiting, I think, dude.
Dude, there's no fucking light at the end of that.
Nah, apparently he fucked your draft picks as well. I've been reading.
Standard.
Bro, we had our first pick was like 27, but you can't fuck.
How can you?
I got a draft Will Hall. Fuck, come on.
Yeah, get him on.
Who?
Horry.
Will. Oh yeah, Horry. Yeah,
He's your SSP player at the moment.
Yeah. List is pretty fucking stacked at the moment, but
Clearly, yeah. How many days without a finals?
it's like-
win, Jim. It's like
10,000 something.
Richmond will not win a fucking game next year.
Nah, we'll
Nah,
go for a
bullshit,
three-peat in
man.
a few fucking years, but
He recruited awesome.
yeah, the number one pick is a fucking bull. He's
He'll be on
huge.
gear soon, probably.
Oh, Benny Cousins got spotted with Dusty
no.
Martin the other day. A person I work with saw him.
No way! What a fucking double decker.
That's exclusive for you Melburnians out there.
Well, I saw a couple of videos. It was a big orchestrated event, their last show, DJ duo.
yeah.
And all those Collingwood boys were up at the VIPs. There was a lot of fucking chewies, I'll tell you that for free.
What?
I believe
What's
that.
this?
There was a big music event, and they had videos of all the Collingwood players, but they were...
But all footy players are grubs, man.
But, you know, they're human beings, aren't they? I mean,
Yeah.
like
And they're
Daniel-
all from like fucking Traralgon and shit.
Traralgon.
Yeah, there's nothing else to do out there.
Yeah, the country, like
Country
Adelaide
boys.
boys and stuff. They're fucking ruthless.
Yeah, they go pig hunting with knives.
Round them up.
They round them.
Round them up. Round them up. But yeah, that's about it, my boys.
Yeah, nice.
Performance of the week, James. You were gonna bring in. You're gonna go that next, or you're gonna talk about some MotoGP
Nah,
points?
let's go Supercross next.
Go for it. Performance of the week. MotoHeaven performance of the week is.
The Australian Supercross Aus SX Open.
Yeah.
For-
What an event, by the way.
What an event!
Crazy.
What an event! Packed out Marvel.
Yep.
Packed out Marvel. Hunter and Lawrence obviously raced, but I think the performance of the week.
Sorry.
Hunter and Jet raced.
say?
Hunter and Lawrence. Hunter and Jet raced. Hunter took it out, which is awesome. But I think the whole event is the winner, which is really cool. And it was so loud there. It was crazy.
Yeah, right.
It was just good to see. It's just awesome for Australian Supercross to be on the map. And I bet you it wasn't a massive budget to do it either. And there was always racing through the whole event. You know, I watched the whole thing. There was
Yeah.
never really a break.
Yeah, it was action-packed. And, you know, it had Chad Reed there. Jack Miller was there in commentary.
Yeah, Cooper
For a
Webb,
bit, Cooper Webb.
which was really cool.
Injury for Jet and
Cooper.
Cooper. So, wrist?
Yeah, I don't know, but
Did he
I
race
think
the
he's
rest of the
alright.
night, or-
Nah,
Yeah,
so he only
right.
raced 1.5 Jet.
Yeah.
And then, but the track was trash. They were all talking about the track. It was just too
Shit
slippery. Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, and like it's an exhibition realistically for those guys. Like they're just there just to be there or payday,
cut
whatever it is.
laps.
You're not gonna, you know,
You're not going to fucking twist the throttle fully.
Nah, and they're on stock bikes.
Yeah, right.
They're all on stock, like the American / Aussies are on stock bikes.
Yeah, right. There you go.
So, no, I think it was a really good event. Did you watch it, Tom?
I watched the first hour or two of it. Gonna be honest, I'm not the biggest Supercross fan. I didn't know what was going on too much, but I understand there's like 3 level classes: level 1, level 2, level 3.
Yeah, MX1, MX2,
Yeah.
then they got like the half amateur, half whatever.
And also
it
the
is.
little 65
Yeah.
Yamaha 2-stroke going around. They were pretty cool.
Yeah, and the 85s are running around. Chad Reed's
dope.
son.
I bet you those they were so much faster than what they look on tally, but they
Yeah, man, for sure. Especially the 85s because
Yeah,
they're all
85s
hucking all
go
the
hard,
jumps. That's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, no, it's an awesome event. I know there was a lot of people in my newsfeed that were there as well. So we should have really gone. I didn't just slip through the cracks. We got just bloody too busy. So
It was cool. It was awesome to see. It's so good for Aussie Supercross and like having the Lawrence brothers there. When Hunter took over the lead in the last race, the place went fucking nuts.
yeah.
And it's just in a good spot, and hopefully it can keep getting bigger. But like, this is the thing, you're only going to get pack out Marvel when you watch the best.
That's right.
Like it's like soccer or football or whatever. You just want to watch the best, and
Yeah, that's right.
they obviously had such a good year, won Des Nations and done all that. So, would you say the Lawrence brothers are the greatest brother duo in history in any sport?
Well, I don't know,
It's
my brother and I went pretty good too, local sports. So.
Yeah, it's hard to say, isn't it? I mean, by the end of their career, I would say yes. But
Oh, no, Kane and Undertaker. What are you talking about, bro?
from Death Valley, Brothers of Destruction,
tag team champions.
Dudley Boys. They're somehow brothers.
But I can't think of
he's
I don't
a brother.
know. It's hard to say. I mean, different disciplines, isn't it? So.
Well, who else is there?
Steve Waugh and Mark Waugh.
That's what I was going to say.
You got the Spargo brothers.
Elation Pole.
Elation Pole. Mark and Alex.
Oh, yeah. But Alex probably has to... he's a Moto2
Oh, he's won
champion.
championships.
champion.
Yeah.
Same, and then Hunter's won championships. Jet's already got a Hall of Fame career. He's won
Oh,
everything.
bro.
And they won Des Nations the first time for
Pop
Australia.
down in the comments, guys, what you guys reckon the best brother duo in world sport in history has ever been.
Yeah.
That'd be great. That's a great take, that.
Because I can't think of anyone else. So it would have to be people in like tennis or NASCAR or something. I don't know.
Well, there's those brothers from the US, those the doubles.
Oh, yeah. What are they called?
They won 25 Grand Slams or something.
Or there's the Williams sisters.
Oh,
they're
the
probably the
Williams, yeah,
best.
that's
They're
probably-
probably the
yeah.
best siblings.
Sisters,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. There's a few out there.
Yeah.
Has there been any in Formula One?
Oh, Ralph and Michael.
Oh, fuck,
Oh,
of
yeah.
course.
But
Well,
Ralph,
that's not really.
Ralph didn't really do much.
Came out the other week.
He did, yeah. Big news story, wasn't it? Yeah.
And then Selwood Brothers.
Yeah, in the footy.
Footy,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of motorsport. But that's really it.
Yeah. I'm sure there's like some Euros that been,
There's probably like soccer players and
soccer
shit.
players and
We wouldn't know. Any rugby players, Curdy? Brothers?
Cooper Cronk.
Fui fui moi moi and fui 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 fui.
Billy Schweier.
Who?
Billy Slater.
Oh, Billy
Darren
Slater.
Lockyer.
No, but they don't know.
Yeah,
they're not
brothers.
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 Sorry, Curdy hasn't had his meds today, so he's a bit off.
Hey, Volkanovski was at the Supercross, Curdy. He did it's time, and he did start your engines.
I'm surprised he didn't knock anyone out or cook a nice burger. or
Yeah, he
anything like
likes a nice burger or a kebab or something.
That was something the F1s in Vegas. They had both the Buffer brothers, step brothers,
Bruce Buffer
and,
and whatever the other one is.
Yeah, and they didn't really I didn't see much footage of that, and that would have been amazing because they were step brothers.
They didn't know.
They didn't know
They
until
didn't
they were
know. How
older.
crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I've just pulled up a list. Peyton and Eli Manning.
Oh, that's a
NFL,
huge
that's
one.
massive. So that's number 2 on the list. Venus and Serena were number 1. I'm trying to read out some that I know. Mac and Jackie Robertson, baseball, back in the Dizzy.
Okay.
Yeah. What else? Vince, Joe, and Dom DiMaggio. That's hectic.
Sushi
MLB.
Sushi
Okay.
Mango.
And then Kurt and Cole Busch, NASCAR.
Yeah.
What about Shane McMahon and Stephanie McMahon as well?
Are they being
Oh yeah, Carl. Would you say Kurt and
Carl
Carl
Busch, yeah. But you're right, though. I mean, like, those names there, I'm going to say that the Lawrence bros, by the end, are probably going to be the best.
It's a hard one to beat Serena
Well,
and Venus.
when are they
I
gonna-
think Serena and Venus is number one.
When are they going to
siblings.
be in... When are they going to be in the same category
They are
together?
now.
They are now.
Yeah, they
Okay.
are now.
The Burgess brothers in rugby.
Oh yeah, there you go. Katie should know one.
Is that the one that pissed in his mouth at the urinal? Was that fella?
a bubbler, whatever they call it?
Yeah, bubbler.
I don't know.
That's rugby for you, but isn't it, Curdy? Seriously.
Oh, Vitaly and Vladimir Klitschko, the boxers.
Oh, okay.
That's another big one. Yeah, and then Venus and Serena are always number 1. On the
They're
list.
going to be number one. You can't get any better than that, I don't think.
The Williams brothers.
Well, you did say brothers, so, you don't have to bring him into it, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess. But you
Yeah.
know, people are like, okay, fucking what about them?
Yeah, when we did winning.
Stupid fucking idiots.
Yeah, so great event. And is that going to be a yearly thing now that they're going to
Well, it normally is a yearly thing, but I
it
think
was
just
so unique with both the brothers.
yeah,
isn't it?
and hopefully they keep coming back out. They've been here before back in the day when they first, I think, Jet first went to the 250s. We went to that event.
We did.
Yeah.
That Jet guy, he's so marketable, isn't he? Such a cool character. So is Hunter. Like, they're just
Hunter speaks really well. The TV coverage of the Supercross was awesome. Like, the insights of what they had. And they're so humble, man. Like, you can tell they've come from such humble beginnings.
But again,
it's pretty cool.
We always hear those stories. I mean, parents have to sacrifice everything to get their kids into sport, especially motorsport, and they have to do 2 brothers. I mean, it's a lot. It'd be a massive effort, and we hear that a lot in the industry of how much they had to sacrifice with 2 of them. So
much. Like, they're all just eating tuna sandwiches is all they could afford, and it's interesting. I'm sure they're so competitive, but like Jet's done so much, and Hunter still won 250 titles. But I wonder how easy a relationship could fracture at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, you can really work as a team, or you can work against each other. And obviously, they work as a team.
Yeah, well, Alex and Mark in MotoGP,
well, they're so close.
They're so close, and I think Alex knows that Mark is the king, and he probably deep down thinks Mark is a better motorcycle rider.
Yeah, you got to know your role.
But who
knows?
Can
get ugly.
But who knows if Hunter thinks that Jet's better? He probably thinks he's better.
Well, Mark came out and said, I was actually just reading this funny enough the other day. He's like, he didn't say I feel sorry for Alex, but he's like, it's hard for him because, he doesn't want his brother to be known as just Mark's brother, but that's kind of what it is. And he always feels like he has to fight for his place in this championship because of the last name. Especially on the Honda.
Of course.
Alex probably got that a lot because Mark was doing so well on the Repsol Honda, and Alex was nowhere.
Yeah,
but as we also know, the Honda was dog, and he deserves to be in that paddock at the moment.
Yeah,
Alex
100%.
Marquez on that Ducati.
Yeah, 100%. He had a pretty good end of the year as well.
So it'd be a hard role. You'd have to have a thick skin,
of course,
like to be Alex Marquez. It'd be Luca Marini doesn't cop it as much because he just doesn't have the Rossi last name. Like, it just.
Yeah, right. Half brother.
It's half brother. Where Alex Marquez, like, I remember when he came into Moto3 as a rookie, Mark Marquez came out and said, he's the one that's got the more talent. And then everyone's like, fuck, like, this guy's going to win so many titles and won Moto3, Moto2, but...
Wrong thing to say, though. Too much pressure.
That's a lot of pressure. And Mark had already won 1 or 2 titles by then. Like the next big thing.
Alex seems like a really cool character in the paddock. Sometimes he has a few brain fades when he's riding, but... I think he's just got that cool, chilled attitude, which probably is helpful.
Yeah.
So.
It's interesting.
Yes.
Hard place. You boys see Axel Pons?
Yes. In Pakistan.
Yeah. Bro, you don't know about this?
Bro.
Oh, wait, did you send this in the group the other day?
Yeah.
Yeah, how cooked?
So I ended up watching some stuff.
Yeah, me too.
It's so interesting.
He's walked from
Spain to Pakistan barefoot, and he's gone full converted Muslim, and he's just changed his whole life. I don't know how to explain it. He's changed his whole life. He says he doesn't want to be the speed. He basically says that life's too fast. He wants to slow it down. He wants to slow everything down, slow it down. So he's just walked from Barcelona, Spain, wherever it is, to Pakistan, barefoot, and just slowing down his life. It's crazy.
Off the grid.
Yeah. I think he vlogged it for a bit, apparently. I think there was a vlog out there or something for a bit. And I know he's with some Sheila and it's all in Spanish.
Okay.
But what found him was through Pakistan tourism or something.
God.
It's interesting.
He
must be smoking something real good.
He went to, funny you say that, he went to Southeast Asia for ages. And I reckon he just did fucking DMT or something.
Yeah,
It's changed his whole world.
Yeah.
Because
spiritual awakening.
Hard.
So is his dad famous?
Runs Cedo Pons.
Yeah, Cedo Pons.
He ran MotoGP team, still runs teams, I think.
One of the biggest names
I
in
was gonna
GP
say,
away
he
from
just
the
went
riders.
out,
Yeah.
Last year was his last year in Moto2.
He must be looking at his phone going, oh my God, what's
Camel
happened here?
Honda of Biaggi was Cedo Pons' team.
Jesus.
Yeah. He's a huge name in GP.
Huge.
Oh, yeah. I think there's a corner named after him. I'm sure there is in one of the Spanish.
Yeah, it would be.
How
I
does
think in Valencia there might be.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
It's just so interesting. His whole life has changed, doesn't want anything to do with it, which is cool, but then just walks barefoot I don't get it. Like I will never get it, but I find it so fascinating.
Yeah, I think people might. As a kid, he just might have been that pushed into something, and he's found his freedom and walking around.
Well,
and
like,
who knows?
yeah, he 100% would have been pushed into it. His whole life would have been about that. And then he tried modelling after he retired, and then obviously that didn't work out. Couldn't hack it.
It's not for everyone.
Couldn't do the blue steel.
It's not for everyone.
I found that out when I went running with you shirtless on the other day.
It's a tough life, you know.
It is.
It's hard being me.
But it's just fascinating.
It's real strange, man. Real weird.
Axel Pons,
freaky.
I'm a hectic ganj. Send some over.
Yeah. Get it going.
Fire it up.
Radio communication.
Yes, we've got some very strong points from our fans on this. I think Bagnaia's come out, said doesn't want it. Marquez come out, says doesn't want it.
So it's basically, I've got some sound bites from a few things, but it's more, Bagnaia's basically come out and said it's more for the show than for effectiveness. We don't have pit stops. We don't have that thing of how's the other ones going, or putting soft tyres on or putting H tyres on. You tell me to push harder and I'll rip the earpiece off the bike. If I go full throttle this is Marc Marquez. If I go full throttle for 40 minutes, the race lasts 40 minutes if you go full throttle. And above all, the bikes, as you don't go into the pits or anything, you have visual control over where the first, second and fifth is. Bagnaia, has said that he doesn't want it. He's
Paraphrasing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a safety thing, because I think if you go and say, rider down in front of you 200 metres, it's just going to be as quick to put a red flag out.
Yeah, that's right. 100%.
I don't know what the difference is. You see a red flag instantly, you hear instantly.
You see them sit up straight away.
Straight away. They all sit up. So I don't understand.
And they're all electronic red flags these days. Everything's an electronic red flag.
Right. Everything like
comes up on your dash. It's
even a Philip on the track day when the session was over, bang, you saw red flags everywhere.
Yeah.
So I think that he's right. It's more for the show. I'm kind of intrigued about it though.
Oh, don't do this to me, Darcy.
I know. I'm just kind of intrigued because in some points of the race, like, oh fuck, I think it adds to the mystery of it though, as well. If the tires are going off, you don't want to know the tires are going off.
And like you look at Martin in San Marino. You know, he made the wrong call. Yeah. It wasn't his team saying stay out, stay out, stay out.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to add to the theatre. If that's
what
they're trying to get it out, like trying to get out of it. It's not going to work.
It doesn't sound like any of the riders want it though.
No. Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, it's still earpieces. Gavin Emmett was talking about how they had those bone thingies where, like, in headbands, but obviously they weren't testing that then. You know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Curdy was asleep, so I was like, wake him up.
Yeah,
those videos are on. They should be on there, Kurt.
I'm not convinced at all. I think it's more detrimental to the rider. Than what it is beneficial.
Especially for their focus.
Yeah, 100%, man. There's no good time to get spoken to, I don't think.
No.
Even on a straight, because you're not thinking about, what are they going to say? You're worried about my braking marker or who's behind me or I need to fucking push harder here. And
it's so physical. Like, riding a bike is so physical. And then being at that level with that amount of pressure, you don't want some retard asking you if you can fucking...
Yeah, can you get another 10th?
Or, another 10th. Like, what are they really doing, you know?
Yeah.
No, exactly right.
I think it's ridiculous. And you just hope that they don't try and push for it to come through. There'll be a massive stand on it, though. The riders won't go for it at all. There's no way. There's no way.
Nah. Unless the technology changes. But even in that, you don't want that.
No, exactly right.
And then another soundbite from Spanish media, thanks Danby, is Bagnaia and Marc Marquez and their reception to each other into the pit box over the weekend. So Marc Marquez said Bagnaia received him well, not cold. He welcomed me to the box. We were discussing together about the new bike. In the end, we're a team. If one doesn't win, the other one has to win, and we're obliged to do so. I prefer to win, yes, but in pre-season, you have to help each other a little to create the best bike. Then on track, may the best win.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Smart.
Fair
Scary
play.
for everyone else.
It is, and it's scary for the other manufacturers if they're developing a bike for everyone, not just for one rider.
Yeah,
that's the most worrying part, because you can get anyone else to jump on it that'll adapt to it pretty well.
Are they going 1 and 2 in the championship next year?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm going to say yeah.
I think they will.
I think I'm going to say yeah.
Who do you think was going to be second, or who's going to be up there?
I think you'd have to throw. I think Acosta's on for a big year. If that this is all depending on what KTM does and what their budget is for their racing
Dave today?
That
was
bro.
And he said so.
I freaked out.
I jumped straight
out.
on the computer and I was like, "There's no way."
So just to clarify, Superbike Shaw sent a message in the group chat saying KTM's out of MotoGP, and we all shit a brick and freaked out.
He even said Acosta and
Binder
free agents. And I was like, "Send us a link, Dave. Are you on Daily Mail again? Are you?" Do it. He sent some link and said nothing about that was actually happening. He was not even on the wines yet either. It was this morning.
Nah, it's retired life. He called me on Sunday asking if I was at work. I'm like, it's Sunday, day of the Sabbath.
Oh goodness. That's. I don't know. I think Daniel, you're right. Your point where you said that there's going to be the contract is till 2026.
Yeah, so it's till 26,
and the exit cost would be far greater than probably a racing year anyway. So.
Yeah, that's right. So they may as well just see it out, stick it out.
Yeah.
But it's a good opportunity for someone like a BMW to buy all their resources and take it up.
We don't want that though. We want KTM to stay there and then Beam and to come in.
Yeah, that's
for
right.
the next manufacturer.
100%. There's been word that Suzuki might want to come back in at some stage as well when they're ready with their road market building back up. So, you want to see as many manufacturers as possible, I think.
Bloody hell.
100%. Yeah, I think it just adds more to it. Even, I think Kawasaki and
Yeah, good luck. It's a growing
think,
sport,
I think
though.
that's one that will
Never
happen.
Yeah.
Suzuki coming back. There's been whispers of that.
Yeah, there has been. I'd love that.
Yeah,
Everyone would.
And even BMW coming in would be amazing. Because then you see someone like Toprak come across.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's just better. And if there's all good bikes, if there's more better bikes on the grid that are more competitive, it's easier to see than all the good talent going through,
Correct. That's exactly right. So it'll be interesting. I mean, we can babble on about KTM and their financial woes and what ifs for forever. But yeah, until it actually happens, they're until 26 and then they got no financial penalty if they decide to pull out for 27.
They better stay. They should have just sold some more KTMs and not fucking have them up 18 grand for a 300 EXE. What a joke.
there was some expensive bikes around, wasn't there?
Well,
Bro,
no
still
one's
is,
buying
man.
them. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
For a dirt bike that's only going to fucking hit the ground half the time anyway.
I know.
It's
And
so much
they're on
money.
1% finance, which they never do because they can't get rid of them.
Yeah,
It's
you're flogging a dead horse once 1% finance comes around.
Yeah. So, look, hopefully they sort that shit out. But I just don't know, how they got themselves to this point. You never think KTM would. They seem to be the smartest, but I don't know. There's obviously something going on in the background, clearly.
Yeah.
You think that Red Bull money is fucking enough? Seriously?
True.
Well,
But
there's talks of Red Bull buying KTM out.
Really?
That's the
Yeah,
rumor
right on.
mill.
That's
so,
massive.
So
Red Bull.
So-
Red Bull MotoGP.
so Red Bull own the group. What's the group called?
Pierre
Mobility
Mobility
Yeah,
Group.
so there's talks of that buying them out. So imagine that. I mean, it's such a Red Bull thing to
that's
do, isn't
insane.
it?
Well, they've got
Everyone's
everything else.
They
They've
may
got
as well.
tracks and planes. And
They sponsor KTM everywhere. I mean, that'd be the. I think the KTM have come out and said they don't want that, but they might not have a choice. Who knows?
I wonder if that then pigeonholes some of their sponsored athletes a
Yeah.
little bit with other teams and
True.
across all their sports.
Yeah.
Wonder how that would work. That'd be interesting. You'd sort of have to keep it separate, I think.
I think so. Yeah, I think. They could be a silent partner or something along the lines of that. But every KTM in the world, motorsport wise, would have a Red Bull sticker on it.
Oh yeah,
every
100%.
factory
Yeah,
KTM.
every factory KTM.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
It's already halfway there, aren't they? Seriously.
No matter what it is. You
Oh,
look at Dakar or fucking
Yeah, yeah.
MotoGP or
Anything.
Supercross, motocross.
Speaking about Dakar, how's Petrucci going to race for Italtrans in the trucks?
Oh, I did see something on that.
Yeah,
That's cool.
that's pretty dope.
Italtrans doing the trucks as well, these guys.
So what a resume he's got.
Are we ready for our highly anticipated segment,
Hot tucks.
Hot Talks? Audio Hot Talks, just to really get the whistle burning. You know what I'm saying?
Let's get it going. I want some more
Texas.
what's in
brother.
fraud? What's his name? Not George.
George Floyd.
Jay.
The mailman guy, whatever he's called
That's
himself
the
last
best.
weekend.
That is the best.
What?
George Floyd. Right, that's amazing.
All right, so we're going to go through all of these ones, boys.
Yeah, get him going.
All right, I'm going to butcher this name. Abdu Salam Omaragic.
Nailed it.
Good enough. Sorry, bro. It's not even loading now. Oh, here we go.
Coming here from Bosnia and Herzegovina.
I started again.
My hot take is that, hello, Motorsport Republica. Coming here from Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Fucking Bosnia.
My hot take is that Pecco Bagnaia's 2 MotoGP titles are big asterisks, in the sense that he had an amazing year this year, and I do really truly think that he's a great champion, especially this year. But his 2022 title came, one of the big factors was that Yamaha decided to throw its bike in the ditch. Yamaha's bike decided to go into the ditch, and Fabio Quartararo had a lot of mishaps. And his 23 title against Jorge Martin, also, Martin was very inexperienced. That Michelin tyre in Qatar also really helped his cause. And what I mean by inexperienced, Martin fell in Mandalika whilst having a 2.3 second lead, I think, 2.5 second lead. So he was very inexperienced. And the one year that Martin has his calmness, he loses the title to him. So I think that Pecco is an amazing champion, is an amazing rider, but his 2 titles, I think, were big part was played not by him.
Shout out to the Bosnian fans. It sounds like he was on the front line of the Ukrainian war while putting through that hot take. So that's a.
Well, the funny thing is with that one, he actually tried to put an Aussie accent at the start. He messaged us
we
and
love
let
it.
us
We
know.
love our
because
we
he had
love our
about
international
there was about
fans.
15 accents in that.
Yeah,
minute.
there's a bit of Jack Miller about it.
Was
good.
Love the hot take. Just keep it to 30 seconds if that's all right. Short and sweet. We love it though. We love it.
I love it. I love
Jazza,
it.
we learned from Jazza last week, so just
That's awesome. Keep
keep
bringing
going
them
though.
in.
If they have to be a bit longer, that's all right. Interesting topic. No, they're not. No, there's no asterisks. He won the championship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no championship.
Well, you need a bit of luck, right, in any championship.
100%. He hasn't probably had that. He didn't have the competition as much in 22. 23, he had massive competition with Martin, and then Martin got over the top of him this year. So
Yeah.
there's no asterisks. They're all worthy champions. Even Juan Mir's a worthy champion somehow. But yeah,
Yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, you could almost reverse that and say, well, there's an asterisk on Martin's one because Pecco kept falling.
well,
Yeah, exactly
I mean,
You know
right,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like, where do you...
you look at the wins, the Sunday wins, 11 wins, and not winning
Well,
the championship.
yeah, I
I mean,
know.
there's no asterisks. There's no asterisks there. So, well, there might be an
Yeah.
asterisk on Martin actually.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But it just shows you how much a team is a part of the championship. Like Yamaha, did nothing for the second half of that season, and then
course.
Ducati come over the top.
Yeah, but that's also Fabio too's got to stay on the bike.
Yeah.
And we seen that in 2020 when Mir won.
Yeah.
Because that was, as soon as Marquez went down, that was Fabio or Dovi's to win.
It was always going to be Fabio's to win.
And he
he
bottled
threw
it.
that down the road.
So
Definitely.
it's a track record for him too, you know. Good take though.
Yeah, interesting one.
Jared Madsen.
Hey.
All right, guys, hot take. I think Spain deserves just the one MotoGP race a year, and it should be at Jerez. And then, question, I know something dear to your hearts. Formula E is obviously starting this weekend, as you would know. Who's your favourite for the championship? Thanks, boys.
Okay, I'll answer the MotoGP one because I wouldn't have a
I've
fucking
got
clue
no
on
idea about
Formula E.
Yeah.
God, just get rid of it like this, Tom.
Autism. Sorry. Sorry to our autistic listeners. There's a few of them.
Sensory room. No, there needs to be. What do you get rid? I can't get rid of. I like Aragon. What's the other Spanish
Aragon's
round?
mad.
Barcelona
and
Oh,
Valencia.
yeah.
Valencia.
Well,
You could get rid of Valencia.
We shit canned Valencia,
No,
then we
we
all
missed
missed it.
it.
You can still get rid of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan of Barcelona. Great shit racing.
I'm not convinced. I'm still not convinced on the track. I don't think they need 4
Jerez
rounds.
is the best one by far. Barcelona I used to love, but I think they put all their fucking chips on the table with that Rossi Lorenzo move, and then they've done nothing since.
That's right.
Bit of a fraud. Actually, Barcelona, fucking fraud track.
Fraud
track.
Fraud
I'm
track.
going to put it out there. It's a
That's not
fraud
bad.
track.
Where
And
do you
one
go,
good
though?
thing. Where do you go?
Where do you go?
I would do a second. I would do a second round in the States
Okay.
to build that. That's a massive market.
Indianapolis.
I never liked Indianapolis.
It's a shit track.
It's a fucking
It's
shit track.
trash.
If someone says they like Indianapolis, they don't.
They don't know racing.
Yeah, they don't know. And they don't even go on the embankment.
It's got to be Laguna.
It's got to be
it's got-
Laguna.
yeah.
I'm sure there's some good tracks out there in the States that we don't know of, though. We've had this conversation before.
I've done the research. It's really tough. I mean, all these.
What are these Moto America tracks?
They're average tracks,
Average
man. They're
track.
just as good as what we got here.
Really?
Yeah, some of them are trash.
What's that one that's called...
Wattle Glen.
Nah, there's one... It's famous. It's super undulating, but I don't think it's got much runoff.
Rainbow Road?
Nah.
That's the issue with them. A lot of them are just no runoff. They
Yeah,
have to
that's the problem.
Spend millions to get them in the standard, you know.
Homologated?
What about
Homologated?
back to Estoril?
Yeah, mint track. Mint track. I'd rather have Estoril over shitty old fraud Barcelona.
not a bad track, that.
Conveniently, Maverick Vinales' home race. Don't want to say it. There's a correlation.
There's definitely correlation. Yeah, I can concur with that one. That's
Or have two
yeah.
here. Have one at the Bend.
Ooh, maybe just two Phillip Palm. Sorry, Adelaide listeners. Nah, you would have one at the Bend. Imagine how much a hotel would cost there.
Ugh, forget it, man.
At the Bend, it'd cost fucking $8,000.
Adelaide wouldn't know what hit them, but
Nah, especially if Republica in town. Fucking T Shavs would be fucking.
That'd be
he almost fucking blew up Phillip Palm on Saturday night. Imagine Adelaide.
They're still talking.
they'd
about
be
it.
there with pitchforks and fires running us out of town, I reckon.
So arrogant.
I think there's definitely has to be a second race in the US.
Yeah,
The market's so
yeah.
big.
Yeah,
300 million of those fuckers. And how many bike riders are there?
They'll make it happen.
Sports
With Liberty
bike
Media,
riders,
they'll
huge.
make it happen.
100%. Would you, if they just say they went back to Laguna Seca, would you take it how they did back in the day and just have the MotoGP race?
Nah, I'd love to see Moto 2.
Imagine
and
little
Moto 3.
Moto 3 boys
Imagine
launching
them coming over
themselves.
the-
Oh my God.
Fuck, that's a recipe for disaster.
It is.
Yeah, that's the. I think Moto 2 for me. We talked about this last week. I'm super excited about Moto 2. That's my most exciting thing for next year.
Yep.
Super excited. Yeah, I think Laguna. But yeah, as I just touched on, there's not like Indianapolis, but that's
That's
just,
a shit
Nah, it's a
track.
shit track.
And
It's
they
terrible.
got a cyclone one year and they all just did nothing. Or they got cancelled or something. Remember that? It was a cyclone like 2009.
Yeah, well, they didn't race F1 there because the tyres wouldn't last. So that was a big
Yeah,
controversy
it's
in
shit
05.
house. Keep it in NASCAR.
At least the F1 track at the bank, that was pretty cool.
Oh, no, they didn't even have that.
Yeah.
The inner part of Indianapolis was such trash. It was just flat.
Yeah.
It was like going to Winton, but
Yeah.
it just was in the big stadium
that's
section.
right.
It was
Yeah.
terrible.
There's not much to it.
Any American listeners, there's a few out there.
Yeah,
Let us know.
Drop in the comments.
I would actually, I'm really interested to know. They could build a track anyway, the Yanks.
And Formula E, who you got?
Oh, shit, Jazz. Sorry about that.
Let's make up a name. Say a name. Any name.
Giovinazzi.
Yeah, I think he might be racing.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
that's
he might.
There you
that's
go.
who my tip is.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah, support my cousin.
Cheeseburger Giovinazzi.
If you know what?
Internationale, what are you doing?
Yeah, back in the
New Year's Eve.
yeah. It's
Got a hello on midnight.
Yeah, eyed me off all night. Couldn't get an opportunity to say g'day, but
Too arrogant.
Licking lips.
no, I wasn't drunk, obnoxious, arrogant back then. It was
Nah,
just
it's
changed
just
this
now.
year.
Because
Yeah,
you know what it is?
the confidence.
It's Tom, because he's been recognised a couple times. It's fucked.
Yeah, it's out of control. Wouldn't have a fucking clue. Sorry, Jazz.
Do you care about? Be honestly, do you care about Formula E?
No, couldn't care less, but I would actually go if it came to Australia. I think it would be a really interesting event. If it came to Phillip Island, I reckon that'd be super cool.
You know what? Don't hate me on this, but I would buy an electric dirt bike.
Where?
I'm walking off. That's terrible.
They're doing an enduro one, but I've been watching this guy Moto Academy, and he does all this like MX training stuff on it. But he does it. He's legit motocrosser.
I'm telling you, the best thing.
On those Starks,
I would ride one. I don't know why
they got a bucket
look
load of power.
fucking oath they do, but they look like fun.
Yeah, they actually don't look too bad, you got to admit.
I wonder if they're super heavy because it's all batteries.
Probably.
I want to ride one. Phil rode one. He said it was amazing.
Yeah.
You just run them in different power modes. And
Yeah,
then
couldn't run it at full power, though.
Yeah, fuck that. And the enduro ones, they would be super linear. I don't know. I think it'd be fun. It's something different. I don't know. It's a super gay thing for me to say. I get it, and like I deserve the hate. Come at me, bruh.
I was
Say it
gonna,
to my
I was
face,
going to say the
bruh.
best thing for the EV cars and bikes to ever happen was Elon Musk going on Joe Rogan, because this man over here wouldn't have ever thought of electric anything if you didn't watch the podcast. 100,000%.
Easily influenced.
And I'm telling you, there would be hundreds of thousands more people.
Millions.
Yeah,
of that.
for sure.
Because it's justified and it's explained. I mean, the people going,
Yeah.
I don't want this electric, I don't want this electric, wouldn't buy an electric anything and don't understand it
Not
either.
sold on a car though, because it was a 40-degree day and we couldn't run aircon in your car because we were going to run out of power. And then we had to go back from Phillip Island to Melbourne. And we had to stop in Dandenong where we were about to get bloody stabbed by a couple of, you know what it was saying.
A couple of puppies, yeah.
And get the fast charge. It took half an hour still.
But you know what's crazy, Bart? I won't get into this after the pod, but I've got some defence. I went down to Phillip Island, did the trip down the other day for the track day. Had a ride around. And
What'd you do? What lap times?
155.
Nah, you're fucking...
On what bike?
H2 Kawasaki.
Your record's about 32 minutes because you've only walked the track, Mop.
You know, I rode my push bike once. Anyway, but let's move on to the next one.
Go on.
Go on. What was I saying?
You were saying something.
Oh, no, I charged my car at the track and it was charged within 25 minutes. It was really quick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's Formula E could come down to Phillip Island, they could charge their car.
Don't they have like boost sections?
But remember,
and shit?
Jim, there's only the 2 power poles that go over the aisle. Remember we saw?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
amazing. With
You
2.
just cut one of those lines.
He's
Yeah,
gone.
Phillip Island's fucked. I'm telling you.
No food, and they're too scared to leave the island.
Yeah,
They're like
blow-
they're institutionalized in there.
Don't blow the bridge up. Just cut the 2 wires and go it across. That'll
That's
fuck it
it.
royally.
No Facebook.
It'll be like Zombieland over there. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it'd be like Tenderloin, San Francisco.
We took the wrong turn that day, didn't we?
Oh yeah, we definitely did. Tom and I basically got mugged in San Francisco.
Yeah.
I ended up knocking 2 of them out while Tom was crying, but it is what it is.
Yeah, in your dreams.
You were strong.
Go on.
The next one's just from George.
Greetings, lads. Lots of love from the UK.
Hey.
My question and hot take, I suppose, both intertwined here, is that personally I believe that the Moto2 grid hasn't really been producing much wide-scale good talent in the last few years. I think with the exception of Pedro Acosta, there's not really been anyone on the Moto2 grid that I feel could get promoted to MotoGP and do well. And I think that's true for the current grid as well. I mean, the 2024 grid. I'd love to hear what you guys think about Ayagura, Fermin Aldeguer, and by extension, I guess, some Chantra, even though I don't think anyone's really expecting too much from Chantra in 2025 on the Honda.
Good call.
But even irrespective of that, I think that the Moto2 grid recently has nobody on it this year, 2025, outside of maybe Viers and Alonso, that I think could really do well on a MotoGP bike comparative to the current field in MotoGP as well in the next 2 to 3 years. I think the Moto2 grid is quite weak, and I'd really be interested as to what your guys' thoughts on that are.
It's actually a great take and a great way of looking at it because we always talk about it being stacked and it's a very competitive field. But other than Pedro Acosta, Augusto Fernandez won the title, did nothing. Remy, I think, got shafted a little bit. Raul Fernandez was the next big thing.
Overstayed.
Did nothing.
But then there was the influx of
Bastianini,
Bezzecchi, and Marini.
The 3 Bs.
But that was probably, was that 4 years ago?
At least.
It was now, yeah.
So the next crop, we're due for a next crop.
Yeah.
And there's some elder statesmen
which will be
now.
like your Onshu, Via, and Alonso would be the next.
Definitely Alonso. Like, I know you... Canet's... Fuck, who
You know
knows,
what?
bro?
I actually think Canet would do good on a GP bike. I
Yeah,
got a
you've been on record
sneaky...
saying that.
I got a sneaky feeling he would be good on a bigger bike.
The difference between a Moto2 bike and a MotoGP bike is just huge.
Oh, it's astronomical.
now, because these aero packages in these bikes has just changed everything, hasn't it? So
But, like...
But even power, different ball game.
The next crop coming up, so you got Furman, Chantra. Like, we can make as much fun of Chantra as we want, but let's be honest, he's on a shitbop spike, and he really doesn't deserve the seat. He's there because of a
paid
title
seat.
sponsorship.
Yeah.
So let's just talk about Aldeguer and what's the other one? Ayagura. Are they going to set the world on fire? Well, Furman Aldeguer is already on Fraud Watch.
100% he is.
And Ayagura, okay, he won the title, but is everyone convinced he's going to just, go have 2 good seasons and track outs, then go to a factory team? I don't know.
I don't think.
I don't know. The Japanese, I don't think they've ever had a Premier Class world champion.
Yeah. I just don't see the Japanese. I
don't see him doing it. I just don't see
Have we ever seen it? We've never seen it, have we?
No.
I don't see him. Yeah, go into a factory team. I think he'll be one of those guys where he'll just float around.
Hiroshi Oyama. He'll do a Hiroshi Oyama.
He'll just float around. He'll be decent. He'll have some decent results.
Yeah.
I think Furman, this could... If he has another stinker, he'll get booted back. There's no way you can... Well, I mean, he's on a 2-year contract, but if he has a stinker, I don't think he can reinvent himself to come back the second year and go harder.
No.
That's for sure. And on Chantra, he's got the least pressure out of anyone.
100%.
So he'll probably do a lot better than what people think.
And he'll probably be there the longest as well, because it's what other Japanese little fellas come through.
And that's the other thing with Idemitsu. Like, there's no one else I don't... maybe Furusato might be on that Honda Asia. And I don't think he's part of that. But they just want
a bloody Japanese person, let's be honest, or an Asian person.
But I think he's obviously got the least amount of pressure, so he'll be fine. But yeah, I think other than Alonso and Via, and like I said, Onshu, I think Onshu could do well in Canet. But there's no one. Yeah, it's not a bad call.
But like the two Italians, they're yo-yos, Vietti and Tony Arbolino. I think Tony Arbolino's got the talent, but
it'd be interesting.
He just can't ride around different. Yeah, he can't ride around different issues. Obviously, with the Pirelli tires. Now he's got this Pramac thing, which is my hot take that all the factory teams are going to be in Moto 2 and Moto 3. But it's a good question because the talent, they haven't succeeded, and this is why Oliveira and all these elder statesmen are still in the paddock because they're still above Augusto Fernandez and Raul Fernandez.
That's right. It's a stacked field for Moto 2.
It's competitive.
It's a stacked field for that, but if you put them on, there's no one there you could grab and go straight to a GP bike.
And we all know, we've talked about it too much, but Fermin Aldeguer, why they signed him, so it doesn't make any sense. And if
Alonso Lopez will do all right on a GP bike too. I don't know how I forgot him.
Maybe
the sprint race
would be fun to watch.
Yeah.
It'd be really good to watch. But yeah, that was I think Ducati overshot that decision.
The smartest person out of all those guys was Igura, I think, anyway. Getting out of Honda Team Asia, not being on that shitbox LCR, and going to a good bike that hopefully can do something
with it. But Chantra's time might be numbered not being Japanese, though. If Furusato has a good year and goes up to Moto 2, might only get a couple of shots.
Well, it's Honda Team Asia, so they can be any Asia person. Because the Asian...
Idemitsu's the Japanese sponsor, though.
But they sponsor the Honda Asia Talent Cup or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's right.
Which it's mainly in like Malaysia, Philippines and all that. They do around in Japan as well.
We'll see.
I don't think it'll be as long as what Taka got though.
No, Taka.
So we won't have to endure that again.
No.
Next one, Lukey Kappa.
G'day boys, Lukey Kappa here. Bit of a tinfoil hat type shit.
Yeah, here we go.
But I think I'm going to give it probably 5 years, Liberty Media are going to get so gay, take away the pure core of MotoGP, trying to make it all even for everyone, to the point where the manufacturers are going to break away and make their own series. Maybe I'm smoking crack, maybe not. Would love to hear your input, and I love your boys' work.
Lucky Kappa, you're a legend, mate. Thank you. That's an interesting take, and I actually agree with the first part. They will make it gay. They did that with Formula 1.
Yeah.
Now, will they break away and make their own series? Probably not. I think the Liberty Media will just pay too much. Why would they? They're going to be making money doing it or whatever, exposure, sponsors, whatever it is. But going down the woke route, I don't know, man. It fucking works for Formula 1 though, doesn't it?
Yeah, so but it's always been different though.
It's such a different fan base. It's such a different fan.
I don't think it'll work.
But then look at the fan base. Look at the fan base of Formula 1 15 years ago. I'm not saying they're super bike guys, but you know, they were still pretty hardcore. Well, I wonder what the demographic of F1 is like. Because we only see the Australian and the American side. But if you go to like Monza or Spain or those core European countries, what they're actually like. Because I bet you they're a lot different to the Aussie and the American fan.
Yeah, I mean, England's in that as well. It's the young female audience. That's been the biggest growth.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's the biggest growth, and obviously that has changed Formula One.
There's podcasts and like fuck, do whatever you want. I don't care. But there's podcasts about just talking about the drivers' wags.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So like that's how different it's gone.
And they get more views than us. It's crazy.
No, they don't.
No, they don't. We're the number one motorsport podcast in the world.
Fucking, I don't know what you're watching.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they'll quickly learn that not that they can't do it, but it'll be a lot more difficult to get that over the line with a bike riding demographic.
It's just more of a niche market. It always has been bikes. I mean,
Yeah,
everyone has a car, not everyone has a bike.
Yeah,
I mean, it's always
it's
the
harder
same.
to relate to.
It's harder to relate to. And I know obviously a Formula One car is different to a road car, but that's not how most people see it. So,
But you go to like if you're new to just say MotoGP and you're a young fan, you see T Shav on a Saturday night in Phillip Island, that's a scary sight.
It's a scary sight.
it's like a generator.
Or you go to, we've heard the stories of going to Le Mans and like the crazy what the French do there. Like
the 24-hour.
That's so different. Like there's videos of guys sleeping and they bring their jigsaw in and do a fucking burnout in their hotel room or in their tent. Like it's just such a different fan base. There's so much more hardcore and not so
More grassroots.
more grassroots, not so I guess posh or upper class. Like it's very
No silver spoons.
Yeah, there's no silver spoons. Like they're track day guys. It's
going to be difficult.
So it'll be interesting. I can't wait to see what it's like in 10 years time.
It always just comes down to the riders and the drivers' personalities, and that's where Formula One's just grown so much because it drives to survive.
Yeah, and
that's a good thing.
It'll be unreal if we have something like that for GP, because there are some awesome personalities in the paddock.
But you got Verstappen. He's the big outspoken personality, I guess, in Formula One, and he's liked and hated because of how outspoken he is. But I don't know who else is a massive personality.
Yeah, but you look at like Charles Leclerc, good-looking bloke. They have him in his hometown of Monaco and his Ferrari driving around, and you see him on the beach and whatever. Girls are going to be like, "Oh my god, how good's that?" You see Gunther Steiner and the Ferrari old Bonetto in their vineyard in France at their property. Like, it's just such a personal thing to it.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's fucking cool as. And Ricardo, I mean, he lasted probably 3 more years in F1 because of his personality. Let's be
true.
Yeah.
And it's going to be teams like your Trackhouse going forward. They might have a rider that's a superstar, marketable guy who's going to stay on that bike because he sells gear and sells gear. But
hang on a second. That's all hey,
what are you doing?
Gear, is he?
Look at what he's doing.
He's an electric, bruh.
Not anymore, bro. He's changed.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Born again Christian
got
and
the
shit.
misses and shit now.
Yeah. So yeah, that's good. It's probably going to happen. It's money, but I mean, I think boys, we just got to wait and see how it pans
you can't
out.
jump the gun.
Can't jump the gun. It's at the end of the day for the root core of supporters. Yes, it's going to change, but for the good of the sport, it's probably going to be a big growing point for them.
Well, the supporters is going to change for an Australian perspective because you go down to Phillip Island and there's a lot of older generation.
Oh,
guys.
yeah, and it's good for us.
Yeah.
More people watching MotoGP, more people
more
listen
people-
to podcasts.
yeah,
Good for
yeah,
us.
yeah.
Definitely.
We've kicked that many goals the last couple of years, some successful things with Liberty Media buying MotoGP. I mean, it's all fallen into place, hasn't it? So
Yeah, it's been wild. Well, again, the world revolves around us.
Yes,
our
correct.
podcast. You know, episode 89 came out when Jorge Martin won the title.
There
How
you
fucking
go.
wild
How's
is
that for a tidbit?
Yeah.
fuck.
The more you know.
Unbelievable.
Luke Miller. No relation to Jack.
Come on, bro.
OG.
Hey guys, Luke Miller _6 here, regular listener.
Lukey.
You boys probably find my British accent pretty funny, and I actually have a British bias question for you.
Beautiful.
I want to ask whether you could see Jake Dixon move over to World Superbikes in the future with the Mark VDS team, and how do you think he'd get on as well? Do you think he'd crash all the time, or do you think he'd be fast and competitive? Thanks, and I love the podcast every week.
Thanks, Lukey.
On you, Lukey. And
Thanks, brother.
appreciate us, taking it as well because we give a lot to the Poms at the same time.
Yeah.
So he takes it. It's good on him.
Yeah,
It's all tongue in cheek.
Yeah, it's all good fun.
God, they
most of
speak
the time.
well, the Poms,
Yeah,
don't they?
best commentators.
They just speak well. Like, you listen when they talk, and it's unbelievable.
Bad teeth, but
Don't put the fluoride in the water over there. It's the difference.
they don't.
No, they don't. No. That's
Nah,
what's
fluoride's not good for you.
That's
but
making the frogs gay,
yeah,
bruh.
that's why I was hoping it's
You answer this one,
transvestites.
Daniel. You're a big fan of Jake Dixon.
Yeah, huge fan, man. I got all of his merchandise. Can't wait for Shoei to release his helmet.
Bro.
Look, I think it's not a bad shout.
I think a good shout.
Yeah.
That he'll replace Lowe's at Mark VDS eventually, because I don't believe he'll end up in GP at all.
Nah,
and I don't think
so.
he'll want to see out his career.
Beat the next Mark Marquez, but
Anyway, I don't think he'll want to see his career out just as a Moto2 rider. You still want to race in a top flight somewhere.
Yeah. Yep.
And I don't think it's a bad shout. I think he would be pretty competitive. Like we've seen people go across, and they have been. You look at Bulliger who went across, and he was not even a mid-pack rider in Moto2 when he went up. So he was fighting for a championship. All jokes aside, and as much as I don't like him, he's quick, and I think he'll do okay. But it also comes down to what Mark VDS are going to do with Superbikes if they continue their project there.
I never thought about it, but that's actually really smart.
It's amazing.
And they need it too, because I don't think they got much in the way of British riders coming through.
But the same as with the GP paddock. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, we met a couple of the young kids, Eddie O'Shea and
Scott Ogden.
I
was letting him hang on that for a bit.
A couple of ripping fellas, but like realistically, there's no one else. And you think of, it's got this country with such rich motorsport background.
Yeah, that's right.
And they're dominating. They've got 5 top drivers in the Formula 1.
I'll tell you why. It's because British Superbikes are so strong.
Yeah.
So that's the easiest path. And that's what Gavin Emmett even said. He says it's almost a detriment because British Superbikes are so strong and you can make such a good living out of it.
Yeah, and you don't have to leave the country.
You don't have to leave the
to a certain
country.
extent.
I think they still do a couple Euro rounds.
Yeah.
Exactly right. And then they can still elevate to World Superbikes and your next Johnny Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Ryan Vickers has gone across from BSB. He's gone to Moto Corsa.
Yeah.
Who was really strong.
Yeah.
So there's another young one there, but you got him, Scott Redding, and Johnny Ray. Am I missing anyone?
Was it Bradley?
Bradley
Ray?
And you got Taron McKenzie. Brad Ray's gone back to BSB.
Taron McKenzie's one I'm thinking of anyway. Yeah.
And I think Taron McKenzie's in Supersport 600.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken. But I don't. Yeah.
But that's the thing. BSB is so competitive and it's such an avenue that it is to their detriment. So that's something that the Poms will then have to figure out and what they want to do.
Keep talking. I'm just getting my charger because that's going to die.
Oh, yeah. No stress. You know what I'm saying, Sheesh?
Yeah, I just can't believe there's no one really coming through in Moto2 British riders. So, other than obviously Dixon. So, who knows what will happen? Jake Dixon, nice guy. I met him in October. Did some filming with him. Really nice guy. But yeah, it just comes across in the media as that slight little bit arrogant, I suppose.
Yeah, but we always talk about arrogance. It's good and bad, I guess.
Yeah,
it's just how you
put it across, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, all in all, I think I'd have no drama seeing him there on a Mark VDS bike.
Yeah.
On a Duke, and yeah, good for the sport.
Cool.
And Superbikes needs it. It needs people going across. Needs to draw more people.
Definitely.
Lucky Miller, Tommy Vassetti.
Hey boys, just sending a message in regards to the rivalry talks in MotoGP lately, saying that we need to get some rivalry going again. I reckon in the AMA Supercross, Motocross, probably late this year or next year, Hayden Deegan will be moving up to the 450s with the Lawrence brothers, and there's already a lot of beef there, and it's looks like it's going to get pretty spicy. Just want to get your thoughts on it, boys, if you've seen it.
Definitely seen it.
That was with Hunter, yeah?
Yeah, there's Hunter. He's kind of been nipping at the heels of Hunter and Jet, which is cool. It's good for the sport. But I don't know. It's exciting. It's good. It's great. That's what you want. And everyone's talking about not Hunter, Hayden jumping up to the 450s, but he's staying another year in the 250s. It's only going to build the sport up. You look at Carmichael back in the day and James Stewart, like that. It only elevates the sport. So it's interesting. And they've had this rivalry where they haven't raced each other, or maybe they overlapped for a year or two.
Briefly.
Where, there's maybe a bit of war words, but they haven't raced each other. A little bit like Biaggi and Rossi. They never raced each other for so many years, but there was a war of words, and then it finally came to a point. So it's going to be interesting. And, Hayden Deegan's got a chip on his shoulder.
Big personality,
very marketable. Americans love him.
Great for the sport.
And, his dad's Brian Deegan, so he's already got the name there, but you're going up against two very fucking fast riders in their prime. So I don't know. It's good. It's good for the sport. It's what MotoGP needs. It's what everything else needs. And shout out to Gypsy Tales as well, because he helps promote all this stuff.
I was going to
as well.
say, yeah, there'll be good stuff to come out of that when it happens.
Yeah, you know, he puts quotes out there, kind of what Senna said. So it's what the sport needs. And he's even saying it for Supercross and Motocross is they need more of that. And these big organizations, whether it be, you know, Supercross or Motocross or MotoGP or Formula One, they don't really promote that in a rivalry to a degree.
No.
They might look back on it and then talk about Rossi and Biaggi, but at the time, like, they're missing such a key piece of what everyone wants, whether that be the insights or what happens on the track, what they say off the track.
Yeah, get them as soon as they get off the bike or out of the car.
Yeah, exactly right. And then not be scared to publish what they say, because it's all fair in love and war, but this is what drives ticket prices.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And I think they'll learn, and that'll come to a point where it'll turn back around and they'll start putting it all back out there.
People love a rivalry and they love to go for someone. Look at Tom, what he just said.
Yeah.
Said the greatest years you watched is when you wanted to see someone someone
Love
lose.
to hate someone.
Love to hate someone. Look at Floyd Mayweather, he's 50-0, and he made all his money because he knew that everyone wanted to see him lose. And then he never lost, but that's what people wanted to see.
That's right.
Yep.
Bums on seats.
Yeah. So
Love
bring
it.
back the rivalry. Bring back the beef.
Bring back the
100%.
bit. But I think it's brewing in MotoGP. I think it is brewing. It's
Oh,
No,
man,
it's too.
I don't know.
it's-
not next year, not the year after, but I think there will be some.
Nah.
You know what, though? Costa and David Alonso, they've got personality. I'm not going to say I don't know what's going to happen, but at least they seem to be marketable personalities.
He
Yeah,
seems
that's
too
right.
nice, so David Alonso.
I know,
Yeah,
That's
I think that's his thing.
Yeah.
That'll
He's
be his
so
thing. Whereas
nice.
Acosta
He
will.
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
shark. He's
Yeah.
a legit shark.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's his nickname.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Great hot take, though. It's good.
Yeah, it
Have
was.
some dirt bike stuff in there.
Vladimir. Oh shit, this is a 2-minute one.
Putin?
What's up, boys? Vladimir, shout out from Puerto Rico.
Fuck, Puerto Rico.
Podcast. My hot take is that Jorge Martin, not only will he not win a single race next season,
Fuck.
but he won't even be in the podium. And that the only reason they'll remember him as a champion is because he beat Pecco Bagnaia. No shade towards him, but I don't see Aprilia making a jump in performance with him and Bezzecchi to be able to compete for wins or even top 5. Like, you have Bagnaia's gonna come back stronger and smarter. He's gonna put a very dominant performance next season. You have Marc Marquez on the official Ducati team, plus the other Ducati riders who are always in the mix. Like, if Fabio Di Giannantonio gets the 2025 bike, which he rightfully should, he's gonna be able to fight for podiums consistently. You have KTMs who have a great roster of riders who are veterans, who are able to improve upon the bike and find ways to be quick. Way better than Augusto Fernandez, that's for sure. You have Yamaha improving on their bike with Fabio Quartararo, who's one of the best riders. I just don't see Aprilia being able to be consistent and knowing their history, which is being good in the first couple of races and then dropping off, nowhere to be seen in the later half. Even as good and as quick as Martin is, he's not going to be anywhere near that top 5. And yeah, that's my hot take. Cheers, have a good one. Gonna go back and play MotoGP.
Hey, Anya Vladimir. What's his name? Vladimir?
Vladimir.
Vladimir. From Puerto Rico. Fucking get around him.
That's awesome.
And he bought the game because our promotion, obviously, as well,
Standard.
which is nice of him.
Standard. Don't know much about the hot takes, but
Yeah.
Hang on, what was the hot
Martin
take?
not to podium or win a race.
that's a fucking hot. That's a sizzling
hot
hot
take.
take. It'll be bloody hot in Puerto Rico, I reckon, right about now as well. Eh? Sheesh. Couple of teams
not as
for
fucking
you.
hot as Benzema, but seriously, it's cooking in here.
Sweating?
We need someone to do our podcast.
Yeah, true. We need some aircon or something in here. But when can't you know?
Get the fuck out.
Second bedroom.
Yeah, that's.
That was a split system in there or what? Eh?
He doesn't want to say anything. He's already moved the furniture.
Installation's going into
Curtains ordered. Got a neon sign, bruh.
That's tough, man. Like,
Nah,
to
he's
go
gonna-
a whole season without a podium.
He's gonna win a race.
He'll win a race.
He's gonna win a race. What are you talking about?
He'll
I
podium.
love you, Vladimir. He's gonna win a race.
But good points about everyone else coming up, and especially Yamaha with what they seem to be doing. But I mean, to rule him out fully,
I feel sorry for Jorge Martin. What else can he do? Everyone's ruling him out. Like, he's won a title. You know,
True.
he wasn't accepted for factory Ducati. Give the man his chockies.
Yeah, no, fucking good point, I reckon.
You right there?
Yeah, it's too loud.
Turn it down. Can you turn it
Oh,
down?
he's sleeping. I didn't want to wake him
Oh
up.
my God.
all right, Matty Stevens.
Howdy, boys.
Hey.
I'm fucking stoked because it is fucking Friday and I'm on my way home to delete a couple of fucking beers.
Yeah, right, mate.
To make things even better, we get fucking Melbourne Supercross tomorrow night.
Hey.
Doesn't get any better.
Boys.
On Supercross, I don't know if you boys watched the WSX Perth last week. But
T-shirt
how much
watched
of
it.
a dog is Vince Freezy, man? I think he's got to be the dirtiest guy on two wheels at the moment. Like MotoGP, World SBK, Supercross, the lot. Like, I'd like to hear your thoughts. Cheers, fellas. Keep up the good work.
Thanks, mate.
On you, Matty.
That's
On
awesome.
you, fucking Matty. Couple fucking.
Couple
Hey,
of
how you
shiggies,
going?
couple of nose beers. Nice.
Sends ice emoji.
So what WSBK? What was that?
Nice. Oh my God. Talking about World Supercross was in Perth. They had the World Supercross in Perth last week.
But who raced that?
Bro, it's a shambles of a series. Like, it went bankrupt for a bit, then they bought it out, and they're trying to make it so it's like the MotoGP of Supercross, but only some riders are doing it, some aren't. And then it went
Just
from like
cooked.
6 rounds to like 3 rounds. Like, it's a fucking joke.
Typical Perth taking it on as well. Get the crumbs at the bottom.
It was like during the day.
Oh no.
It's a great idea, and like I think they were trying to get the Euros involved. And when it first came out, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Like it's what everyone wants. And Jorge Prado, I believe, is going over to the States, who's like their number
He's
one
the man.
MXGP rider, to do Supercross. Heaps of money in it. Wants to do something different. Fucking awesome stuff. Vince Freezy, though, he's been the dog of motocross and supercross of Justin Barsha for a long time. So our motocross and supercross listeners will understand that one.
I don't get the go from a World Series to an American Series to make more money. Isn't that just crazy?
Well, yeah, there's so many different. There's not so many. So you got MXGP, which is basically MotoGP of.
Isn't that what we're
bikes.
talking about?
No, this is World Supercross. So MXGP is outdoors. It's
Oh,
motocross.
gotcha.
So it goes like.
Is it owned by the same company?
It's
or?
owned by like FIM,
Yeah,
so
gotcha,
who do
gotcha,
MotoGP
gotcha. Yeah,
and
yeah,
F1 or whatever,
Yeah.
and they'll race like Italy, Germany. They went
cool.
they went to Assen and they put sand all over
yeah,
Assen
yeah,
and raced down the main straight and did all that. They'll go to Thailand. Thailand's a big one. They're going to Australia. They're going to Darwin. We're going next year. So they got
You
that.
just said it was in shambles, but.
No, that's World Supercross.
Oh, far out.
MXGP.
Too many. It's like the boxing. Too many world titles. Just fucking put them into one.
Nah. You just got to understand it.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people at home probably agreeing with me, but seriously, there's too much going on with that. I just don't understand it at all.
Well, you just don't understand Supercross and motocross.
Yeah, it's true.
Write it down for him.
Good take, but
Yeah, he's a dog.
yeah,
He's a fucking dirty ass.
dirtiest man on two wheels.
Yeah, what a chooch.
I thought you were, bro. Got your shampoo bottle.
Yeah, ooh, yeah, nice.
What are you doing?
Easy clean up. Hey, that
Bear
it?
with me. No, I got a couple more. I just got to dropped out of internet.
Oh my god, we're so fucked out fucking podcast. It's ridiculous.
Number one, but number one.
Yeah.
All right, Willie Nels. Oh, dude, 2 minutes. Come on, get real.
30 seconds, boys. God.
Hey guys, Willie Nelson.
I love it.
My hot take this week is Liberty Media going full Hollywood with walkout intros for the riders. Perhaps this is a sample of what's to come. Mia, the bloke who tucks his front end more than a crossdresser.
That's a good one. Is he laughing? What's he doing?
He's trying to play music.
I know. I think he messages actually said he was trying to do something. What's Willie doing?
I think he's trying to play some tunes.
Oh, what the fuck
What
is
the hell
going
is
on?
going on?
Nah, come on, bro. We can't be doing this. What was the hot take?
It's still going.
Yeah. Well, what was the first hot take?
G'day, fellas. Send through an audio hot take, but I reckon the music will sound shit on the phone. You see? Oh, he was playing the walkout tunes, I think. Oh, yes.
It was a Liberty Media going full Hollywood.
What happened, Curdy? Tell me what's going on. Oh, that's enough music.
I got no idea. It was more of the walk-in intro with the drivers.
For F1?
I'm guessing.
No, he's talking about MotoGP.
When did they do walk-in intro for MotoGP?
No, he's saying there should be.
Oh, there should be?
I think so.
Nah,
stay with us. Ladies and gentlemen, stay with us at home, all right? We're just working our way through this one.
We'll try that next time.
Yeah.
I think we might.
Thanks,
you might have, on you will.
Thanks, you will. He's OG as well.
He's OG fan, but
He
you
is.
give him the pass for that.
Yeah.
You give an OG fan the pass for that. You
that's
can do whatever
fine.
you want.
OG fans will know this next guy, the Bullfrog.
Oh, fuck Marinello.
Joey Marinello.
Forgot it. I had to message him 3 times to get him going, but he
Get
got
him
going.
on board.
It's like a diesel engine, this fella. Big nose of his.
Hey, come on, Chich. Fucking.
Oh, sorry, Jim. I know you're sensitive.
All right, lads. Hot take here.
Acosta.
I reckon Pedro Acosta will
knew
not win a race next year.
Won't. Well, look at no money left.
Fucking stopped.
Oh, fuck, where's shit
All right,
house?
lads. Hot take here.
Where's shit house?
I reckon Pedro Acosta would not win a race next year. Big call, I know, but that Ducati is even faster than this year's Ducati. And I just can't see KTM making a big enough step for him.
Oh, that's all right. That's
You get the gist of it.
No, Daniel's got him on top 2 next year, so he disagrees. Isn't that right?
Yeah. To not win a race, that's a bit of it. Nah, he'll win a race.
Bit of a chooch.
Nah, not a chooch.
Well, Maverick Vinales won a race.
Familiar,
this
Joey
year.
and I. You can't call him a chooch.
Sorry, yeah, that's true. Yeah, fucking.
We're paisans, you know?
cousins and shit.
We share a 3-cupper.
Pisans.
Yeah, we share a 3-cupper.
Oh, 3?
Yeah.
So you have 1.5 each?
1.5 each.
Yeah, right.
I'm more of a 6-cupper myself. My La Familia.
No, that's a I mean, it's so hard to think about it with what's going on at KTM right now, but
As I just said,
I think he'll win a race. He's got to win a race,
Maverick
man.
Vinales won a race. It's now Pedro Acosta's turn to win a race. He'll win a race. KTM, I don't think they've lost their budget. Well, not yet.
No.
They haven't lost their budget yet. So, and he's easily one of the most talented riders on that grid. We all know that.
And he's learned, he's fallen this year, and
Yeah,
he'll be able to pick himself back up.
You'd assume KTM would get their budget from Red Bull sponsorship, wouldn't you? Like
That's what I was saying before. Like the money that would generate.
Yeah.
Yeah, they won't let that fall away. I don't think Red Bull would let that happen either.
They're fucking dedicated to the cause, maybe too dedicated.
Yeah,
but,
maybe.
It's a good take though. I like it. It's about out of the. No one's been brave enough to say it.
Aldi, get Aldi going.
All right, last one.
T-Shab's had enough. Look at him. He's sweating.
Hey boys, how the fuck are we?
Hey,
get around.
First of all, Curdy, you got it fucking wrong, mate. I said 08, not 07. What the fuck?
That was intentional, mate.
It's not loading.
Oh, what are you doing? Do you want me to play it?
You might have to play it, Jim, because my laptop's playing up and things overheating. It's doing a Tom.
Willie Nels.
Fucking hell, dogs. Who is it? Matt Old.
Yep.
Hey boys, how the fuck are we? First of all, Curdy, you got it fucking wrong, mate. I said 08, not 07. Come on, mate. What the fuck? Okay, my hot take. Not really a hot take, but what the fuck is Red Bull doing with Perez? Like, that bloke might be the worst driver on the grid at the moment. Surely the money that he generates isn't valuable to Red Bull. There's such a big franchise. Why have they not just cut him off? It's fucking insane to me. It has to be a Liberty Media thing for the Mexico GP. It's fucking ridiculous. If I was them, I would cut him off and I would promote either Lawson or Sonoda. I'd prefer Lawson. And I would sign Colapinto.
Yeah, that's the money.
Fuck. Get rid of that cunt.
I love it.
He's smack on, but
on your Aldi.
Did he get tickets from his old man?
Of course he does.
Come on, Dad, give me the ticket.
Please.
Yeah, smack on. I mean, Prez is done mentally, emotionally,
He gets
physically.
sponsorship. He gets sponsorship money from the cartel.
Yeah,
doesn't
which
he?
we spoke.
Yeah,
we spoke about last
We
time.
spoke about this
Cartel
last
money.
week. They don't need the money. Red Bull doesn't need the money, so
Oh, they do with KDM's fucking struggles.
Yeah, they might have to
So
keep
they
him
might
on a
have to
couple of
keep him on.
years.
true. They use Prez's money to buy a KDM.
Yeah.
His face will be on the side of the fucking Red Bull KDM next year, I reckon, Chich.
But surely, all jokes aside, surely someone like a Colapinto can bring that money in anyway.
Yeah. Well, Colapinto's got a lot of backing from Argentina.
That's what I mean.
Massive amount. So, I mean, I don't see Colapinto in a Red Bull, though. Like, he just hasn't earned his stripes yet. 6 races, I mean, come on. But Sonoda and Lawson, fraudies, so who knows?
True.
It's tough on Lawson, but...
Well, didn't Bottas say he wanted to... He wanted to crack at the Red Bull seat?
Oh, yeah, apparently. Well, Bottas has started a charity. This is hilarious. For people who get suddenly fired from their job, which happened to him.
No way.
Yeah, and Kim Illman, he's a photographer F1, donated to it last round. He had $100 and he went into the casino in Vegas, put it on red or something and won 300 and gave it to Bottas.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
He'd be good to get on, Kim Illman. His videos are fantastic.
He's got some of the best content on YouTube.
And the way he started with the foam hands.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, he's and the guy's a multi-millionaire and just does it for fun. Like that's a perfect way of doing it. You know?
That is cool. Good on him.
We got any other hot takes, Jim, or nah?
Just got to let him know that I've got the results for Barcelona 2006 up and running. If he just needs that as well.
Barcelona 2006. Let me guess this. 2006.
Come on, Ray Man.
It has to be Valentino Rossi. Do you actually have the results up?
Yeah, it's Valentino Rossi.
2006. If I get the top 3, fuck, I don't know. You owe me something. Second, Loris Capirossi.
No.
Fuck. Who's second?
Nicky Hayden.
Oh,
The Kentucky kid.
Cheeseburger Hayden. Just never got a chance to get cheese.
Who's third? Who do you reckon's third?
Well,
I reckon it might be another cheeseburger.
Barros.
2006.
2006.
I reckon it's Tony Elias. Fuck.
Kenny Roberts.
Kenny Roberts.
Kenny
Roberts Jr.
Yeah,
USA
yeah.
team.
That must have been his last ever podium.
Oh no!
Does it say what bike it was on?
He's on qualifying.
It would have been on that.
Qualifying.
USA Team Roberts.
It would have been that Proton thing, wasn't it?
Hayden on the Repsol Honda.
Fuck.
And Valentino Rossi on the Camel Yamaha team.
Yes, classic livery.
Nicky Hayden second, did you say?
Yep. Nicky Hayden.
That's 80
2006
for you.
Barcelona. Round 7 of 2006, yeah.
I fucking love it. You know what? You should surprise us every week, and we'll try and guess the podium. That was fun.
That was good, yeah.
All right, it'll be a weird day the next time.
It'll be fucking.
1996.
It'll be V8 supercars.
Guess the scoreline of New Zealand versus Australia in the 2001 Seven Nations Cup. Love you,
6
Curtis.
to 4.
No, I want to guess the attendance. 12,162.
It was
Bigger
sold
than
out.
Anzac
It was
Day.
sold out. 12,000.
Yeah, the chicken was gone. All the Islanders eating it.
Jesus.
Chicken.
She's happy with
That was good.
chicken burger.
The Mary keyboard, bruh.
If anyone gets
I'm throwing shots.
you are.
Cancel us.
I'm shooting from the hip. Cancel
Well,
us.
let's be
Curdy,
honest. If
cancel
someone
us.
stayed here for an hour and 45 minutes for this
You're
pod,
getting to the juicy
they
part.
deserve it. They deserve it. Technical difficulties, sweating, sleepy.
Bro, fucking Daniel, we're going to charge her, for fuck's sake. What are we doing?
That's because his fucking phone drained my computer battery.
This is the nervous 90s. This is what this is. It's about to fucking fall apart.
Jesus Christ.
Curdy, you're the only fucking stable one here at the moment tonight, Chich. Stephen Brayshaw, all right, let's get to him. He's a couple late takes, big OG fan. Fermin Aldeguer will be the next factory Ducati rider once Marc Marquez or Pecco has moved on. Yep. Fucking wild,
No
Stephen
way.
Brayshaw. It's ridiculous.
Not even going to talk about
We're not even.
I can't see that happening.
Don't give
No
him-
way, man. No way. You got bigger chance of De Gea doing it.
You got fucking more chance of getting over 20,000 in the rugby game, Mop. MotoGP will turn into F1. We'll get a lot of these questions this
Yeah.
episode. With less
People
factory.
are scared. People are scared, I think.
They are.
Yeah.
with less factory teams and engine providers and more private teams that buy engines and packages and do their own aero, etc. Which is an interesting take because in the start of the MotoGP era, private teams tried to go into it. WCM, KTM, Proton, Kenny Roberts, and these teams. Because in the 500s, you could do it. You could have your chassis, you could get the motor, and you could be competitive. But in the 4-stroke era and electronics,
less complicated bikes back then.
There's no electronics where all the electronics of data is the money now.
Yeah, exactly.
So they couldn't do it, and then you've only had the big manufacturers that could do it. But now there's all this money is coming back into play. Could you see independent teams coming in and doing it? And maybe they could. But that's a fucking big effort.
It's a big ask.
It's a big ask when you've got Ducati who's just got all this data. But I don't know. Maybe you could. I think independent teams would be kind of cool to see in Grand Prix racing 100%. Again. I think Moriwaki even had a chassis. Maybe that was with WCM back in the day. James Allison raced for them. Fuck, that's a throwback. That's a throwback. British Superbike
English guy. Yeah, I remember him. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all we got. That's all we got.
That's all we got time for?
We're cooked. T-Shabs is about to faint.
Oh, that was a long one. How long was that, Curtis?
What are we at? Couple technical difficulties.
45.
Wow, yeah. I actually didn't think it was going to go for that long tonight.
Yeah.
James
is fucking peaking, isn't he?
Yeah, he's on.
Well, I'm an endurance athlete.
Oh, I think
endurance athlete, boys. I can fucking.
It always takes it out of me. The early start for Qatar this morning cooked to me. I think.
Shit, I was up at 5.
Yeah, you got a BMI of about fucking 6. What do you mean?
Huh?
I've got to pull around a little bit more weight, shit.
That's your fault, bro. Not mine.
Hey, got me with the jeans, bro.
Oh, bro. Bit of arrogance about him.
Yeah, well,
he got me on the run too. I dropped off and he's like, "See you later."
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh, you fucking
I'll
dog."
see you when I come back around.
I fucking hated that. I was seething, eh?
He did it to me on the bike. We used to push bike. Fuck, he used to get me up the hills. Fucking frustrated me.
Nah, you did good, but and the first time we rode a push bike, you fucking destroyed me.
Yeah, you were unfit back then.
Yeah,
and then you just went like, pew, like that afterwards. So I actually, you'd be thanking me for the motivation. But anyway,
we should be doing some Republica fun runs. Daniel and I are going to be down at the beach in maybe Beach Road or something every Saturday morning now. So come down, say good day.
Yeah, 100%. Join us for a run.
Yeah,
run on the swim.
Nice. Yeah, run on the swim.
Nice.
Keep everyone. I am full of energy. I'll fucking keep going for another hour. Let's go.
Please don't.
Keep sending your voice messages in. We'll do it. We'll put it up every Thursday.
30 seconds.
I think we can maybe limit it.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't mind everyone waffling on anyway. It's thanks. I just appreciate everyone's
the support, man.
Yeah, it's awesome.
We love it.
We love it. It's fucking awesome. People all around the world. It's great to see. Fucking Puerto Rico, Bosnia, bro.
I know.
That's fucking wild. It's awesome.
Keep an eye on the socials too, because we got our Christmas party coming up. We will release where we're going to be. If you do want to join us for a Republica Christmas drink,
and only the OGs have made it this fucking long in the podcast as well.
But
yeah, that's 100%.
I think that'll be very fun. If we can see some of you guys out, that'll be amazing.
A little
Melbourne
teaser
gang
will be Chapel Street.
Oh, what's the date? So everyone can at least plan.
14th of December.
14th of December, Chapel Street.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. T-Shav's he's going to be fucking obnoxious and he's going to be red.
That's what the people want.
Yeah.
Giving them we might even bring Street Talk out again.
Oh, no. God, I'm still fucking...
Get mincing off.
Yeah, we had the
all Tom talked about was the chicks. What else are we going to talk about fucking Chapel Street?
We need to release the uncut version of that for our Patreon members.
I don't know. I mean, that shouldn't see the light of day.
That should not see the light of day.
Wayne Maxwell knows what's going on.
Yeah, he does. All right, thanks, guys.
Yes, he is.
He is.